This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
What a suck-up job that was.
WQAM Miami Fort Lauderdale presents the Neil Rogers Show. To talk to Neil, call 567-0560 toll-free for Dade and Broward, or pound 560 on your cell phone. The opinions of Neil, his guests, callers, or anyone else on the show do not necessarily reflect those of WQAM, Beasley Reed Acquisitions, or the Beasley Broadcast Group. Now, Neil Rogers on Sports Radio 560 QAM.
You can kiss my rear end.
You've heard of Barbie and Ken. Now, from You Dropped a Bomb on Me products comes the Larry Flint doll. Touch Larry's special spot, and Larry Flint talks. Yes, the kids will love the all-new Larry Flint doll, complete with its very own penthouse suite, handicap parking space pad, Larry Flint computer accessories, so you can dig up all the dirt on your friends and neighbors, whether it's true or not. It's not the prettiest doll you'll ever own. It's the Larry Flint doll that actually talks. Wheelchair and Smut magazine sold separately.
Yeah. All right, it's a minute after 10 at 560 WQAM. So the opening was too low, huh? That should be our worst problem, that the opening was too low, all right? At least maybe we might have a show. Had a pretty good show for a Monday yesterday. What's the problem around here? I got a memo here, which I don't know if I'm supposed to read this on the air or not, but he's going to lunch today anyway. The program director is busy flexing his muscle. Hank Goldberg suspended 2 days for yesterday doing the worst show in the history of QAM. How do you like that? All you got to do is fart the wrong flavor around here lately. You get suspended. Hank Goldberg suspended 2 days yesterday, and I would agree, by the way. I heard quite a bit of it. I mean, I've worked with Hank on and off for about 100 years now. That was the worst show I have ever heard in my life. And I thought I had Hank cured of that business about blaming. Didn't I mention just a couple of days ago? Huh? I'm supposed to be the leader here. I'm the veteran. I said, don't be blaming everybody else for your own. You do a crappy show. I mean, if you're going to do a good show and take credit for it, when you do a crappy show, a horrendous show, an embarrassing show, you take the blame for it. Instead of blaming punky board ops and interns and guys who were just delivering food who were walking down the hallway at the time. I mean, what is that? How do you blame a guy who just delivered donuts? It's the guy from Dunkin' Donuts. It's his fault these calls suck. And it's the commercial format. 2-day suspension for the humper. So God only knows who's going to show up at Shula Steak 2 today at 2 o'clock. I don't know. For a Monday yesterday, we had a pretty good show. I don't know what the problem was. Maybe it was that continuation play in the game the other day, huh? The continuation play. That's what Brian Lewis said. See, let me just tell you this. When you don't know what you're talking about, the best thing to do is say nothing, okay? And I realize that'll fall on deaf ears, just like my comment the other day about not blaming everybody else for your own deficiencies, okay? How the hell can you blame somebody else for it? Continuation play, my ass. Is there any such thing as a continuation play in the National Hockey League?
No.
I'll bet your sweet ass there isn't. And now, as if it wasn't bad enough that Gary Bettman, all I can say to you is, you're a moron. You're an imbecile. Why don't they just play pinochle out there after the first 3 periods and see who wins the goddamn pinochle game? Then they can get the 2 points. Or maybe 1.5 points and a half a point. How about and what is the point? Oh, that's the question. You little Jew, you maniac. Send his ass back to Cornell and teach him something, for Christ's sakes. God. They ought to, at the very least, they ought to strap his ass up to a goddamn board and let Lindy Ruff stick his foot and his arm up inside his rectum, at least for an hour. Gary Bettman. What they're doing to this game that I used to love until they're screwing it all up here. Even Ray Whitney. Even the great Ray Whitney, okay? Which we all know, if we got a brain, that
Ray Whitney has a pair.
We all know that. He says, what the hell is this overtime format, 4-on-4? How about like 2-on-2? How's that? Huh? How about 1-on-1? How about none-on-none? How about the goalies just go out there and go up and down the ice, huh? That sounds pretty good to me. And just see you can stick one in there in the puck, too. Oh, yeah, they're going to, at the end of the tie game starting next season, at the end of a tie, at the end of regulation, each team will get a point, and then they're going to do 4-on-4 for overtime, and if somebody scores a goal, then they'll get another point. Oh, my God, it's just staggering. And they did away with the toe in the crease rule now. The referees are going to decide whether a goal is disallowed, but they still haven't figured out how they're going to enforce this. They have to have another 50 meetings to figure that out. That's what Bill Torrey said because his goddamn bow ties are on too tight. They have to have another 700 meetings to figure out how the hell they do this now. Instead of just saying very simply, well, if there's goalie interference and that's the reason the goal went in, you disallow it. And if the guy in the crease had nothing to do with the goaltender, then the goal is good. They could decide that in 15 seconds. But it makes too much sense. And unfortunately, everything the NHL lately does makes no sense. And I realize, of course, that there's some people on this station that aren't going to tell you that ESPN screwed the home fans. The fans there are the Stanley Cup champion Dallas Stars. Nice going there, ESPN, you maniacs. That's right. Dallas, Texas has got the lowest cable penetration of any major market in America, only 52%. About half of the people there don't have cable. And Saturday night's game was on, of course, ESPN, which means that the other, everybody and their brother down there was begging, please, ESPN, make an exception for us. Let's put it on an over-the-air channel that people that don't have cable can actually see. We're going to win the Stanley Cup tonight, which they did, by the way, by hook or by crook, and it was by crook, but nevertheless they won it. So let us see the game. And they said, no. How do you like that? As ABC and ESPN already starting their great job they're going to do for hockey next season, well, we're going to have 4 weekends during the regular season is all they're going to show. So Gary Bettman, on the one hand, gets all this money, but he's going to lose all the TV exposure, only 4 weekends during the regular season. Then they'll graciously put on the playoffs there and see if they can squeeze a few bucks out of that. I get psychotic when I hear people talking about things that they know nothing about. And let me tell you this, too, by the way, since I'm on this roll. If women's soccer is so goddamn popular, I'm sick and tired of hearing about they got 78,000 people in the frickin' Meadowlands to see a women's bulldog soccer game. Who cares? Does that make it good?
No.
There might be 4 million people in the world eating vanilla ice cream right now as I'm opening up my lips here, flapping my gums. Does that make it tasty?
No.
Does that make it delicious?
No.
Does that make it the best?
No.
Who gives a crap? Like the guy that called about, just as we're potting up the goddamn morning show here this morning, what do I hear? Some lunatic talking about golf. I would rather be strapped to a goddamn sandwich board for 6 hours upside down with nails in my brain and watch women's soccer at the same time than hear one more call on this radio station about golf. And they wonder why they can't buy a goddamn call on these shows? What the hell are we talking about here? Golf? In fact, I got a great idea. Let's have golf on QAM. We got a lot of time this summer. We got nothing else going on. How about golf on the radio? Years ago, and this is a true story, I told you this, Rick Weaver did bowling on the radio in IOD. Bowling. Oh, it's a little hot. Oh, it's a 10-pin. What a rough break. I mean, that's exciting on radio, bowling, huh? How about golf on radio? Oh, yeah! It's rolling, it's rolling. And, of course, you got to do it very quietly because, got to have that hushed sound there. What a crock of crap, you people with your golf. Get a life! Get a brain! If you want to go out there and play it, get some exercise, okay? Go out there and take your goddamn pint of Jack Daniels or whatever you're doing and get some exercise and have a good time. But watching other people bat a goddamn ball around and then getting their little goddamn golf carts and go tooling up to the next goddamn hole, wow. Or whatever the hell they're doing. Who cares what they're doing? We don't want to get back into that again because we don't want no gimps playing that game. I'm serious, man. Some of you people out there, you're like a death knell to this radio station. A death knell. So maybe Hank did have a point, although I doubt it. Golf. Golf on the frickin' radio. And also, and that thing about the last caller there in the morning show, he hit it right in the head. I have never heard such a suck-up job in my life as those people. I'm going to tell you, Joe's probably going to have to get some Prep H before he goes home this morning. He's got to have the sorest in the history of the human race after that suck job they did on him this morning. Huh? How does one guy have a room for so many tongues deep inside his rectum Joe Rose got this morning? Oh, welcome back. That show ain't worth a crap without you. How do And by the way, you were wrong, Joe, and you were full of crap. But nevertheless, welcome back. And, man, maybe that's why his head blew up like a goddamn balloon. Like somebody stuck a bicycle pump in the back of his neck and it blew up like a goddamn Goodyear blimp from all that suction. Jesus, Joseph and Mary. But anyway. So calm down, Hank, okay, and try to do a good show, okay? And stop blaming everybody else. Stop blaming those 15-year-old kids in there who are trying to answer your phones. Stop blaming them for the fact you did a horse crap show yesterday, okay? It was a bad show. We all do bad shows. It was a horrible show. It was bad. It was embarrassing. I'm embarrassed for it. How do you like that? I'm humiliated for it.
That was funny.
It would have been funny, but it was beyond funny. It was tragic. So try to butch up a little bit today. They'll kick your ass out of Shula's and take away the free food. Now, listen, I'm telling you, I'm taking the gloves off. I'm not going to sit here and listen to all this bull crap. This station is such a crap. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. Jody's right. I don't care. I don't want to make it sound like I care about these things, but tell it like it is. Must have been that continuation rule.
I like the wee-wee.
Okay, 10:15 at 560 WQAM. Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
This is the best show in the world. That's what they tell me, and you're the best radio.
That's what they tell you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time listening.
Right.
My name is Robin Fox, and I have a show that's going on Saturdays on another station.
And well, let me ask you this, Robin. Let's get serious, okay? First of all, you sound like you don't know me from Mushy Pupik, okay? You have no idea who I am. But somebody tells you, why not call up Neil Rogers since he has the biggest audience of anybody in town and use his show to promote your show on some other station? Doesn't that sound bizarre? In other words, would I call up your show on whatever phantom station it might be on and say, hey, I'm Neil Rogers and I'm on WQAM 560 on AM every day between 10 and 2? Would I do that?
No.
No, I would not. Wouldn't that be embarrassing?
I'm just asking for your help, that's all.
For your help in doing what?
Well, I'm
What kind of a show is it, Robin?
It's about sex and dating.
Oh, okay, now we're talking.
Yeah, and I've never done this before, so it's my first time.
Well, then what are your qualifications? You've never had sex before?
No, I've never had my own show before. I've been a guest on other people's show.
Have you had a lot of sex? Are you like promiscuous? You screw around a lot?
Yeah, I guess I have a bad reputation.
Well, that's good then. You're just the kind of person we want having a sex show.
Well, would you
Somebody who's like a real slut, you know.
Would you be a guest on my show?
No, of course not. What am I going to talk about? What do you want some old fag on your show for? Talking about sex.
You have a great voice.
Yes, I do.
That's
and I have a
really
great show, but you don't want some old fag on there talking about sex. You know what I'm saying?
Well, listen.
I'm actually a lesbian.
Yeah.
Well, my cell phone is about to die.
What station are you on, Robin? Give yourself a little plug. Come on.
I'm on WSBR and WNN, and it's a Robin Fox live girl show.
A live girl show? In other words, is live sex on the radio?
Yeah, and they said to me that Neil Rogers can get away with it, so don't worry about it.
Right, that's right. Plus, there'd be nobody listening to that station anyway, so what difference does it make? Now, what time is the show on?
10 o'clock on Saturday night.
Oh, great.
They'll be listening because they'll all be out, right?
Excellent.
Hey, this is my big break. I've been doing radio since college. I don't have a great voice, but I think I have just as good a voice as anybody else.
As long as you know the old ins and outs, so to speak, you'll be okay, Robin.
Yeah. Would you mind if I come by tomorrow and watch you in action?
No chance.
No chance?
No chance.
Aw.
Now, JP says you can come and watch him in action, but not necessarily here.
Would you pose my bill?
Would I what? Oh,
my vagina really gets my panties in a wad.
Her phone just crapped out, just at the wrong time. Okay, there you go. Robin Quivers, or whatever her name was. Robin Seymour, or something like that. And look at that. Look at what a subliminal effect she had, okay? First time a woman ever had an effect like that on me. I'm sitting here all of a sudden squeezing my black penis. Wow. Even Roy would be impressed. Okay, there you go. See, I'm not averse to giving anybody a little start, a little bit of a boost, a little plug, except for that asshole on SRF, by the way, the one that keeps calling all the time. What was his name? That jackass? Oh, God. That man ever calls again. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Our poll question today is, what are we going to do about Fat Hank? That's our poll question. No, we're not. That's just a joke. He just had a rough day yesterday, okay? But don't be blaming everybody else. I feel so bad for all those punks that are walking around here. They only got 15 people working on that show. I mean, how can you have 15 people working on a show and it comes off that bad? You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't understand. There's 2 people work on this show every day. There's me and somebody in the other room. Usually George. Although, by the way, he ain't coming back. He doesn't know about it yet. What are you laughing about? Hey, listen, I don't monkey around, okay? I'm loyal to my people to a point. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. I'll guarantee in the back of his mind, he's thinking to himself, oh, geez, I know that faggot. He's going to get that young guy in there for a few days, and he's going to say, who the hell wants to look at me anymore? And you know something, George? That's a good point, It's not good for my morale looking at somebody who's like a pasty-looking little spick, I'd like to look at a young guy who's got like a little bit of a tan, who, although maybe an uncircumcised spick, at least, No, George is okay. He just, in fact, the word is that George is going to be producing Hank's show when he comes back. He don't know it yet. That ought to go over big. And then George can find out what abuse is all about. George has been working this show, I would say 9, maybe 10 years, a long time. He and I have never had one cross word. You can ask him in that period of time. I never shouted at him. I never screamed. I never, nothing. For what? What is the point of trying to bitch everybody else out because on that particular day maybe you suck? Maybe you got out of bed on the wrong side. Maybe you didn't get laid the last 2 weeks. Whatever the problem is, I don't know. Maybe you made a bad bet the night before. I don't know what the story is, but don't be blaming everybody else when you suck, you know? Because I'll tell you one thing. When I suck, I take all the credit for it. You know what I'm saying?
Squirt.
That's right. Here's a mobile in Stewart. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
We need to get this Gary Bettman down on the ice, and someone needs to slam his butt into the board.
I think we ought to have Ray Whitney spear him right in the puss, okay? Since Ray's the one that had balls enough to make the comment.
I'm appalled to think that I'm going to be sitting through games next year and having Lance Roberts, who has the IQ of a turnip,
correct,
deciding, whether we win or lose. I mean, this really bites. This bites big time.
Well, how about the overtime thing now? How about 4-on-4 for 5 minutes in overtime after each team gets a point because they're trying so desperately to avoid these ties? You know something? If you know anything about the game, which evidently Gary Bettman does not, and the Board of Governors, there are plenty of times when that point you get for a tie is very valuable.
Absolutely. I mean, how many ties did the Panthers have this
Too
week?
many.
And if we would have had a point extra for every one of them,
yeah,
we would have been in the playoffs at least. Well, this is the first step, and this is the first step in what Bettman wants, which is going to be the shootout. This is step one.
Yeah.
And then each year will get progressive until we just have a shootout.
And of course, I think by the year 2005, when they have 172 teams in the NHL, and 150 of them are in the playoffs every year, and there's no stoppage at all, it just goes around a year, I think that'll really be great. The Thrashers and the Mashers and the Smashers and the Bashers and the Crashers and Dasher and Donner and Blitzen, I think it'll be great. Bunch of horsecraft. Gary Bettman's a lunatic, and this just goes on. And all these other guys are saying,
Someone's got to stand up to him and do something.
Well, I'm the guy that's going to do it, man.
Well, I hope you're successful.
I'm calling Luca. As soon as I get off the air today, I'm calling Luca Brazzi.
There you go.
Okay, see ya. Yeah, we hear any more golf. I'm going to tell you right now, okay? You people that call this radio station about golf, you're the ones, two things, golf and gambling. You people will destroy WQAM. That's my prediction. Mark it down on a calendar, June 22, 1999. That fat old fag Neil Rogers said on the air, and I'm absolutely right. I'm positive of it. The golf callers and the professional gambling callers, or the amateur. And you know what I'm also worried about, since we're bashing Hank pretty good today, and why the hell not, is, I get the feeling, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know those guys that well, and I don't want to know most of them that well, but I get the feeling that Hank is creating, and also Eddie K., this little core of chronic gamblers. In fact, I think we got a whole new chapter for GA that we're working on in this place. Have you ever noticed that? Oh, yeah, well, the over and under is 19.5, and there's some little pipsqueak at 10-year-old voice. Oh, yeah, I already got my bet down on that, Hank. I mean, what is that? What is that? We got children who are becoming chronic gamblers in this place. What the hell is that all about? And then, by the way, your governor says, oh, how we spend our money is our business. How do you like that, huh? You like that?
No.
Piece of crap. That's his response. Instead of, having a little bit of humility as the good Christian that he is, since he's so much better than all the rest of us, because he was born with a goddamn golden spoon in his rectum, that's what makes him better than us, and his $2.5 million alleged, which is probably a lot more than that. Who knows how much he's hiding. But nevertheless, so he's so much better than that, you think, okay, have a little humility. Apologize for the fact that his wife is, a bitch. That she's irresponsible and she did something that was illegal, okay?
I just can't stand that slut.
But he says, how do you like this? He says that, you should be worried. It's a lot of money that she spent, but nevertheless, she feels horrible about it and yada, yada, and mind your own business. He says there's no dividing line anymore, as there should be, between public lives and private actions, which evidently he doesn't understand. She broke the law. It wasn't a private action. It wasn't like she was having a sexual thing like Bubba got a bunch of blowjobs. That's not the point. The point is she broke the law, and she lied to a federal customs agent. When she got caught with her goods down, she had all the receipts in there. Oh, those are old receipts. I don't have any stuff. And then they look in the goddamn suitcases, and she's got $20,000 worth of crap that she brought back from Gay Perry. And instead of apologizing and saying she's very sorry about it, we're embarrassed and humiliated, and we're going to send her into rehab or something, any kind of crap, all he says is, it's none of your goddamn business. How we spend our money is our business. And how we try to screw the customs and the government, that's our business too, evidently. What did I tell you yesterday? Every time these people set themselves up as holier than all the rest of us, they're the ones that turn out to be the chiggers in a goddamn woodpile. Make no mistake about it. piece of turd, okay, right there, right in front of your face, another big lying piece of turd, which is what the Bush family does best. They lied about the SNL scandal. George lied about the no new taxes, read my hip, read my lip, read my slip, all the other bull crap. Just lies and lies and lies, and not lies about stuff that should be personal business, like their sexual peccadillos, which we don't care about that. I mean, let's face it, if you were married to Martha Washington, you'd probably screw around on the side too, you know, like Senior. That's their business. But when you're screwing the government out of money, when you're trying to do stuff that the rest of us go to jail for, then we do get concerned, okay? Here's a mobile in Coral Springs. Hello?
Yes, Neil, I'm surprised that you hate golf, being that you're into big shafts and everything.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Where's the good material coming? Is that it? Yeah, that's it. There's another. How do you like that voice, okay? I want you to absorb that. I want that to sink in, okay? I'm into big shafts. He surprised them against golf. Very clever, sir. Very clever. And guess what? Most fags got better things to do. They got better balls to worry about than golf balls, okay? Pathetic. Just the tone in your voice, that boring tone. You're one of those people that's going to destroy the sports format on QAM. I'll tell you that, and that would be the best thing that'll ever happen. That will bring some real talents on this radio station. Instead of this bull crap. Oh, did you see that great shot on 17? Oh, yeah. Woo! The hair on my... I'm just standing up thinking about it. And by the way, if Jack Nicklaus is listening up there, because when I was on J&O 100 years ago, he used to listen to me then. I didn't know what I was talking about. And maybe still don't. But if you're listening, Jack, before they put your ass in a box in the ground, do something constructive in your life, okay? Do something meaningful besides going out there and playing golf until you're 100 years old and they stick your ass in the ground. Just one time, do something besides playing golf. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be a breath of fresh air?
Yes.
God. How about the seniors golf tournament, okay? Where they have to have them carried around in wheelchairs and on their walkers. That would be good. That's coming this weekend here on QAM, by the way. We'll be broadcasting it from ESPN Senior Radio. Yeah, we can have a bunch of... That would be a good idea, especially down here. I bet you we get a 90 share with that, where the median age will be 90. Old Fart Sports Radio. All you guys over the age of 100, here's the senior golf tournament. Here's Ben Snead. He ain't feeling too good. Isn't he dead, by the way, I think? I hope. Huh? Sam Snead, Ben Hogan, whichever one. The one that does it side saddle. 26 after 10 at 5. He's dead? Good. Hey, listen, 120 is old enough.
Hurricane f***ing blow!
Hi, I'm your 15-year-old host, Jenny, and this is Titanic Talk, where me and my friend Kimberly talk on the radio about our favorite movie, Titanic. And Leo, I love you, Leo. Yeah, we talk about the most beautiful thing in Titanic, Leonardo DiCaprio. I love you, Leo. I know, I love Leo too. Well, today's topic is the Titanic. I saw it Saturday for the 14th time, and I cried. I've seen it 17 times, and I cried every time. I wanted Leo to live this time. I wish my boyfriend was more like Leo. I wish my boyfriend was Leo. Oh, my God. Look at the clock. Titanic starts at the mall in 15 minutes. Let's hurry. Hold on, Leo. We're coming. Okay, thanks for listening. Tune in next time on Titanic Talk, when our topic will be Leo. Rock, Leo.
So anyway, the reason I played that, here's a fax, and I appreciate it, reminding me of the thing that I had here yesterday, which I wish I wouldn't have shot canned, but I don't have it anymore. Maybe somebody will fax it to me. The story from Variety or wherever else it appeared that they're actually going to come out. It's being proposed, and it looks like it's going to happen. Godfather 4, which some of us might get excited about that, except for the fact that Francis Ford Coppola is working with Andy Garcia, and Leo DiCaprio is going to be in that movie, alleged. Related to Santino. He's going to play the young Sonny Corleone. Don't he look just like Sonny Corleone? Uh-huh. Yeah. And Ricky Martin, by the way, is going to be, he's going to play Marlon Brando. Yeah. Oh, no, he's going to be the opera singer. I forgot about that. That's right. With a high voice. And no balls. Speaking of golf. Yeah, you golf people, I'm going to lay the QAM golf challenge I'm going to lay down a gauntlet right here, okay? Anybody that can tell us, and I'm sure the entire audience is just salivating, waiting at the prospect of one of these assholes. Call us and tell us what's exciting about watching somebody else play golf. And by the way, we will trace the calls and have the guys with the butterfly nets come and take your asses away when we're concluded making a fool out of you. Oh, yeah, did you see that shot that Payne Stewart? No, I did not see that shot, okay, nor have I got any interest, nor would anybody with a life. Forget about a brain. Even if they got no brain, if they got any kind of a life whatsoever, no person in their right mind would watch that crap. And then they're talking yesterday nonstop about this women's soccer, and 78,000 people showed up in the Meadowlands. What does that tell you about how bored the American public is? Or maybe the American public is just obsessed with bull dykes. That's got to be it. It's got to be it. And now we got a WNBA team coming to this town. Is anybody going to go there?
No,
except people that are obsessed with bull dykes. Huh? There must be a lot of people obsessed with dykes. I mean, Howard's proof of that. You take the dykes off his show, he's off the air. He's out of business. America loves dykes. You go to Holland, you see a lot of dykes all over the place. You come back to America, the Attorney General is Janet Reno. There's the proof you need right there. America's obsessed with dykes. North Miami Beach, hello.
Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
What is it?
This is Sunny Fox.
Yeah, okay, great. Good boys, honey, huh? And bad phone. Here's a guy that was on there for what, about 150 minutes with no life, and he's doing a Sonny Fox imitation with a crappy phone. Nice job, sir. 567-0560, pound 560. See, what's wrong with you putting him on the air? It's your fault. See, I should do a Hank Goldberg and start going off on everybody else. I like calls like that, see? I don't take myself so seriously, like some of the people on this radio station that just can't handle a little bit of fun and games, you know? What's wrong with that? It sure beats talking about the goddamn continuation play in that game Saturday night. You got to lighten up a little bit. I mean, just like I said a few days, I can smell this around me now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can smell it in the air. You walk in the halls here and you can smell it all over the place. And you think Adam from sales may have maybe another bad bowl of grits or something that rhymes with grits. Or just maybe, like I said the other day, that they can't stand prosperity here. Everything's been going great. Even an old hard ass like me adopted the Steve Goldstein attitude toward life. Who the hell gives a crap? And I couldn't agree more. The checks show up close to on time, you know.
I don't give a shit anymore.
There you go. That's our attitude. So what's everybody getting so hostile lately? A little dog loses it the other day. F you, you know. What the hell was that? Oh, by the way, our program director's got a big lunch he's going to today. He's all dressed up in a zoot suit. Comes in this morning, okay? And he's a good guy, okay? He's okay. Not a good guy. He's an okay guy. Just a fair week. But at any rate, so he comes in here this morning before the show, and he says to me with a straight face, okay, well, we have this luncheon once a month, whatever the hell it is, some jock thing, I don't know. He goes over there and sniffs jock straps. And he says, about 11:30 this morning, I'll just poke my head in the door, and if everything's okay, give me the thumbs up, and I know it's okay for me to leave. And I went, the schedule's already made out here. The schedule's sitting right over here to my right. I guess it's the correct schedule or close to it. That's it. Now you can leave. It's safe. The coast is clear. What is he going to do for us? What is he going to do for us in here? Then I got to give him a thumbs up. It's okay for him, though. The coast is clear. Everything's under control. Like he's going to do something. Even if things weren't under control, he's going to do something about it? No. So go have a nice free lunch, have a good time, and get out of here. You know the reason he wants to come in here one more time? Well, you know the reason. Here's Virginia Key. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
What time is the PGA on?
It's on at 3:30 in the Hank Goldberg show.
Hey, Neil.
You see that great shot by Payne Stewart? I heard Payne Weber had a great shot, too, is what I heard.
Yeah, I lost my butt in the market with the Payne Weber.
Yeah.
Rectum.
Yeah. Hey, Neil, the theologians are in power big time in the state of Florida.
That's right. That's absolutely correct, sir.
Have you seen the soundbite, the latest from Governor
Pumpkin? Yeah. He bites.
He said, he signed this new law about taking public funds for private schools.
Yes, the voucher.
The vouchers.
Yeah, he's vouching for it.
He has the audacity to say, we didn't do it. He said, God did it.
That's right. God did it. Just like his wife didn't smuggle in the stuff from France, God did it. That's who did it.
And his wife had 2 chances to fess up.
God damn it. Yeah.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, Neil.
Thanks for the good news. Okay, get that thing out and thump it. It's Bible thumping time, baby, here in Florida.
Oh!
Yeah. Let's have a little prayer session before we head over to Hollywood Seminole Gaming. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. I mean, what's everybody so uptight about in this place? Several of us are going on vacation in a few days here, which I'm looking forward to tremendously. It's going to be great. You'd think that everybody be a little mellowed out before you go on vacation. Now, when you get back from vacation, that's the time to be pissed off because, you look around and you say, oh, my God, I got to be back here. That's plenty of time to be upset. But when you're getting ready to go on vacation and get out of this joint, what the hell's wrong? Could possibly be wrong with that? You people need to just chill out. That's my message to all these people here at QAM. Just chill out a little bit, will you? Just be relaxed and calm like me. Take things in stride. You know what I'm saying?
Damn it. Were you fudge packing?
What's the matter with lesbian golfers? Can't you tell we really love hitting balls?
Yes.
The only thing that separates us from the men is the country club's bathroom stalls. I left my girlfriend, who's also a caddy. She's the femme, I'm the butch, she calls me daddy. Muff dive, act 5, tuna taco, alright. And still ladies talk to me.
Alright.
My favorite hole that doesn't have any number, a green or a fairway. Don't sweat me 'cause I'm a snapper, lapper. I play golf and I'm gay. My tea time got caught in the clubhouse. Lesbian golf is the only kind we dug out. I'm gay, let's play LPGA. Still ladies golf to me.
Yes.
And right as disgrace chicks sit on my face. Still ladies golf to me.
10:43 at 560 WQAM as we continue our search for the most boring sport in the history of the human race. I say golf is right up there, maybe ladies soccer, but golf with me gets number one. We'll find out. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. And you notice, by the way, that none of these macho golf fans have got the balls to... And, of course, they're all saying, well, we don't have to defend it to you. Of course you do. You have to defend it to the whole world because anybody with a brain, even little kids out there are laughing at you, realizing how stupid and lifeless you are, watching a bunch of other people whack a ball around, okay? I mean, if I'm going to watch other people whack a ball around, maybe there might be a pair. Not that. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a mobile in Palm Beach. Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Did you read in the paper today that the governor had another problem with his daughter and she was given a ticket for consuming alcohol, her and her friends, while they were away?
No.
Yeah, it was in
the governor's daughter was having the booze?
Exactly.
Where the hell is that?
Right in the mansion. One of her friends accidentally picked up a phone. That
no, but I mean, where in the newspaper is that?
Oh, it's in the Palm Beach Post.
Oh, well, we don't have that.
Well, you got to get the Palm Beach Post.
Somebody's going to have to fax that to me. How did I miss that? Isn't it in our papers here? I remember something vaguely about that.
Right.
But I was too obsessed with Columba and her $50 million worth of crap she was smuggling in. Yeah.
Her and her friends, 8 of them. Evidently, one of her friends picked up the phone that had a direct line to the police department.
Yeah.
And tried to make a phone call. So they went over because, they didn't get...
Well, what do you mean they had a direct line to the police department? What do you mean by that? You mean it was his phone?
It was the governor's phone, direct line to the police department,
right.
Just in case they have a problem or something.
Just in case they have another SNL scandal, yeah.
They went over to investigate, knocked on the door, went inside, and they gave him tickets for teenage drinking.
Underage drinking. His wife is smuggling crap into the country, lying to customs officials, and he said it's our business. How do you like that? He's only been in office about 15 minutes, for Christ's sakes.
It goes back to what you were saying. Thou dost protest too much.
Exactly.
All right,
well, thank God we got a good religious family in there. There we go.
Hey!
Yeah, holier than all the rest of us. Yeah, somebody will fax me that. I haven't seen that. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. See, that's why we like Governor Bumpkin so much. He may have been close to death, a lot closer than I think we realized, but nevertheless, he never stole a freight train. Gambled at one time when he was a little kid, lost $12, and that means that all the rest of us better stop gambling too, because he lost his $12 when he was about 10 years old, or whatever that story was. Just absolutely. Oh, finally, after all these days, after all these hours of begging and pleading and screaming and axing, here's a Corey Sabin spy report. Hello.
Well, Neil, the reason why I didn't call is because I didn't know the area code. Calling from Fort Myers is your crappy radio.
Yes, we're too goddamn cheap to give you people a toll-free number. That's right.
Corey Sabin, I watched the news last night, Channel 4 News, Fox News, just so I could call you today and give you a spy report.
Great.
He looked great.
Yeah.
He did a great job. He did a segment called Showbiz last night where he just kind of did some movie critique, and he was outstanding.
Yeah. Yeah, Corey always looks better from the front because you can't see his bald spot,
Oh, that's right. He's deep dark.
He'll be great on TV because they never show him from the rear, so to speak.
That's right. He was up against the panel, and he looked great.
Right.
Can I have a shameless request?
Yes, sir. Anything for that.
For my Scottish friend, can you play the bagpipes?
You bet.
Thank you.
And have a great day. Give Corey a big kiss for us.
Okay.
Okay, kiss him on the bald spot. So how do you like that? They're watching Corey Sabin over. I was thinking about that coming to work this morning. I wonder if anybody's listening in Fort Myers because I've been begging and pleading. I mean, now maybe that's one of those TV stations that is only seen like in trailer parks. I don't know. This last guy, he didn't sound like he was in a trailer park. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Your votes for the most boring sport, the most corrupt governor in the history of mankind. What did I tell you yesterday about a little bit of Bush is okay, but too much Bush, no good. No good, too much Bush. Bush. Up. In fact, that's probably the biggest problem with ladies golf and ladies soccer. Too Bush. Here's Mobile in Coral Springs. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
All right. What year did you start at IOD?
What year did I start? About
was it about 88, 89, 87?
86, 87, something like that.
Well, that's how long I've been listening to you.
Great.
And you're about to tell me I'm an idiot and hang up on me.
Yeah. Oh, you're a golf guy?
I'll make this quick. I'm 38. I never golfed in my life till I was 36. I couldn't understand why anyone would even do it.
Right. No, I'm not talking about playing golf. I'm talking about watching.
I'm about to get to that.
Okay.
And then I had roommates who, him and his dad on the weekend would sit there and watch golf, right? So that was in the living room. So I'm sitting in my bedroom watching TV golf.
What do you mean you had roommates? You were 36 and you had roommates?
Well, no, this was back about, I'm telling you, years back when I couldn't believe someone would actually watch golf on TV. Maybe I was 28 or so.
Oh, 28 and you had roommates. Okay, that makes it okay.
Well, you know, I'm thinking there are a couple losers actually watching golf on TV. How stupid are these two? When I started golfing 2 years ago, I could watch it 24 hours a day on TV.
For what?
It's great. I mean, once you know all the personalities, you know what. You see, you've never golfed. You've never hit a ball.
That's not true at all. I played golf until I realized how boring it was about 25 years ago.
It's not boring. To me, it's not boring, man. It's great. Why do you? It wouldn't be so big if it wasn't good. I'm telling you, Neil.
Like vanilla ice cream, right?
Unless you're really into it.
Okay, well, listen, have a good time whacking those balls. Well, he's got a lot of roommates, you know. They like whacking balls together. The roommates that whack balls together stick together. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T. Isn't that how that saying goes? Something like that. So he was 28 and he had 5 or 6 roommates, and they were all guys. What's wrong with that? Here's a mobile in Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Neil, God.
Speaking.
How you doing, sir?
Okay.
I play golf, and I watch 2 golf tournaments a year. I watch the U.S. Open. I watch the Masters just because...
See, I don't want to take away your right to watch it, okay? Because it's a free country, and the networks are putting a lot of Budweiser spots on there and making a lot of money from it. But I just can't envision for anybody with any kind of life.
The Stanley Cup playoffs because it's the best of the best, right? The best hockey players making the best shots.
Yeah.
The best goalies. The best
because
shots.
it's an exciting sport, whether it's the playoffs or not. It's an exciting sport. There's nothing exciting about golf. Where's the action, baby? Where's the action?
The action is when you know how hard it is to make those shots and those putts.
Listen,
under that kind of pressure.
Listen to me, okay? If you took somebody to the North Pole and in the middle of an ice cap you drilled a little hole about 3 inches across and you took them about 2 miles away and you gave them a ping pong ball and you said, okay, hit this with a block of wood and put it in that hole. That would be difficult too, but it wouldn't be a lot of fun watching it. Do you follow what I'm saying?
I get your point.
Okay, have a good time, okay. Just because it's difficult, all right? I mean, taking a watermelon and sticking it in your rectum, that might be difficult too, all depending on who we're talking about. But I mean, does that make it interesting?
No.
Exciting?
No.
Scintillating?
No.
Thrilling?
No.
Jesus Christ. I mean, see, this is what happens when you've got so much boredom going on. This is the biggest problem, I think, besides crazy religious people, is the bored masses out there. You see what happens when your kids are bored? They got too much time on their hands? That's when the trouble starts. Boredom is a killer. And that's when you people start getting involved with a lot of stupid, idiotic crap. Boring. Terminal. And this guy admits it, by the way. You notice that took me about 30 seconds to talk him out of it? Now, the other guy, his roommates would have got upset. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. So we have a corrupt governor who says it's none of your, how we spend our money is our business, with that arrogant attitude you'd expect from the Bush people, by the way. That's the arrogant, snobbish attitude, that elitist attitude they got. People that never worked an honest day in their lives. Here's a mobile in West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Long-time listener. The reason why we watch golf is we watch him we can't wait to see him choke. That's what makes it exciting.
They're choking it?
Yeah, they choke on it.
Yeah.
when they have the easiest shot in the world and they
Yeah.
They just like.
I know I would spend an entire Saturday or Sunday afternoon sitting around at home waiting for some guy to choke on it, like a 4-foot putt, for about $400,000 on the line. That's exactly. Okay, thank you. So we said it's another American S&M exercise.
Oh!
Okay. He says we're a bunch of sadists and we want to see these guys choke on it. Which, by the way, you can see people choking on it on Playboy TV if your thing ain't scrambled enough. That's on the front page of the paper. The Supreme Court will argue the case on cable law, as you'd expect, as if they've got some idea of what it's all about. Non-subscribers sometimes receive parts of scrambled programs. We can't say which parts on the air, by the way, because we can't say penis and vagina and words like that. But a mother in Cape Coral, Florida, for example, said she found her son, 8, and daughter, 7, transfixed by scenes on Spice of a naked man sodomizing a woman, accompanied by assorted groans and epithets. How do you like that, huh? Assorted groans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And epithets. Which, of course, the epithets were probably like that. You know what this, and then they go on to the story to talk about signal bleed. It reminds me, we were talking about this just a few days ago, about way back when I did that show on Channel 51. It was after Dave Dixon died, and we were reminiscing about the old days on 51. And I did that show very briefly from about 2 or 3 in the morning until 6 or whenever it was. And it came on after the on-TV scrambled mode, where they had like R-rated movies. I don't think it was X-rated, but they were R-rated movies. Hard R. I mean, really hard. And it was a scrambled mode, and if you looked like, the pictures were like squiggly, like it was like your horizontal or vertical control was off on the TV. But every now and then the lines would, like, if you looked, lay down on the floor and your head was like cockeyed a little bit, so to speak. You could see all the right parts in there. And evidently that's not what they're doing over there in Cape Coral. They're sitting there watching through the signal bleed, these squiggly lines, and every now and then they see oh my God, and there's oh no. And then you hear like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
So what the hell are we going to do about that? Because what we can't afford to have little kids seeing naked people on TV, or we're going to have a whole lot more shootings all over America. We know that there's a definite connection, right?
No.
Yeah. Because it says here in this same article, it says, in the aftermath of high school shootings in Littleton, Colorado, and Conyers, Georgia, which have made protecting children from violent and sexually explicit entertainment a leading topic of public debate. So in other words, if you see a naked body, or God forbid, 2 naked bodies there on your TV set, there's no question you're going to go out and shoot something. Or just shoot it. Oh my God. Somebody who played in the U.S. Open? Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Probably, if you didn't suck at golf from the start, you probably tried to play, at Michigan State when you went there? If you didn't suck at the game at the start and you were into it and you could play well, then you'd be watching on TV, believe me, because anybody who's any good at golf watches these people. I mean, I'm lucky enough to play with some great players. It's
boring. The word you're looking for is terminally boring.
No, but you're wrong. You're way off. You probably, you can't do anything for 4 hours. You probably whack off in 5 minutes and can't watch a golf tournament, play golf for 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's probably the problem.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's it. You don't know anything about the game, so that's why.
I got news for you, sir. I'd rather whack off for 4 hours than watch a golf tournament. How do you like that?
Probably takes you 10 seconds.
Uh-huh. How do you know? See, it seems that you have like a disproportionate interest, huh?
Because Hank told me.
Okay, yeah, Hank told you. There you go. Hank told you, huh? Hank told you that I whacked off in 4 seconds. Huh? Well, how come Hank is interested in my... Huh? That's an interesting question. There you go. What did I tell you about those putt-whacking golfers? Right there, there's a classic example. But he's lucky enough to have played with all these great players. Give me a break, okay? Great players. All these no-life guys with this country club mentality. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. It's a snooty... That's why the poor crippled guy, they didn't want him, playing with the cart when we had to go through all that bull crap. Oh, no, we don't want that because this is great athletic competition. It's a bunch of snooty, condescending people with their blue noses and their goddamn crap up in the air and their stuff don't stink, and they're whacking each other off in the goddamn locker room is what this guy just said. Did he say that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what he said. Whack this, okay, pal? One-track mind. By the way, maybe this guy would like to be on the What's-Her-Name show. Huh? The one that's going to be on SBR.
Robin Fox.
Oh, she's got a CD? She sent a bunch of crap over here now? Robin Fox?
They brought it from Power.
Rhymes with Schlocks? Oh, they brought it from Power 96. Okay. Well, maybe she can do some of the guys over there. Oh, there's no straight guys over there?
I made it to a bomb shelter. Somehow I made it through. Didn't like we've been screwed.
All right.
Like a Serbian. Oh. Songs for the 85th time. Like a Serbian.
Oh.
When your bombs fall, it's genocide. Like a Serbian. Ooh, like a Serbian.
Well, that last guy that called it was the busy jerking his gherkin that was talking in China. He was the definitive. He was perfect, you know. Like I'm supposed to be impressed because, he had the honor to play with all these great players. How about if he was in the World Taffy Pull Championships with the world's greatest taffy puller since he's so insistent on pulling it, okay? That's all seems to be on his mind is yanking it. Oh, yeah, we were there. Even Taffy McCallum was there, the world's greatest taffy puller. See, this is the deal. You can make it like curling. Okay, we laugh at the Canadians because curling is silly, and it is. It's ridiculous. It's idiotic. It's pathetic. With all due respect to Sandra Schmirler, the great Canadian curler. It's ludicrous. So the idea that because there are a lot of people watching it, or because a lot of people have no lives and are convinced that it's exciting, and this guy, because he says so, therefore he's going to tell me that it's exciting because I couldn't do it. I can't play hockey either, sir. I've never been on a pair of ice skates in my life, but that doesn't mean I don't enjoy watching people who can, because it's exciting. It's great. Oh, yeah, but the ratings. I don't care about the goddamn ratings for sports, all right? That doesn't make it good. It doesn't make it bad. It just means there are a lot of people out there with really bad taste. They were lined up 15 deep at Kathy Willett's house, too. Was she a hot piece? No, she's a slut. And she'd be the first one to tell you that. And not even a good slut with a pasty complexion. And they were lined up 15,000 deep at her house. Oh, yeah, well, the majority, most of them are assholes, okay? That's what you better figure out, okay? So because a bunch of people are watching you whack your balls around, that don't make it exciting. There's plenty of guys I would pay to watch them whack their balls around, sir, and you aren't one of them. Here's a mobile in Boca. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm an irate first caller. Did you see that hockey game? I'm a Buffalo fan on Saturday night. I'm so pissed at that game. Honest to God, they should throw everybody in the goddamn rink and take those referees, take those officials and just throw them out. They got screwed.
I say they should put them on death row is what I should say, and Gary Bettman should be there first. He should be the pivot man in the electric chair.
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
The game.
Yeah.
How that goal should not have counted.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know, and the thing is this, that now that hockey Stanley Cup will always
the what? The what cup? The Sam Cup?
The Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
They should put an asterisk after it.
That's right. They should say fixed at the bottom. Fixed because the officials were betting on a goddamn game, evidently.
Yeah, they all wanted to get out of there because they were tired.
That's right. It was 1:30 in the morning, and who the hell can blame him because it was getting pretty boring, too. But have another one, and good luck. There you go. Pissed off. Okay, it's only Tuesday morning. Yeah. He's still recovering from it, right. Go watch some golf. That'll calm you down. It'll put you in a coma, pal. You'll forget all about life. You'll forget even about taking another breath. Elijah. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. See, these things are so important. Aren't you glad that these things are, like life and death. That's the whole concept with these sports stations, man. I'm loving this. We got a governor, his wife comes back, she's like smuggling stuff in. He says, mind your own frickin' business, she can spend all the money that she wants, and I beat the crap out of her over the weekend, so butt out. We got kids shooting each other, and these people are worried about some fixed talk. I mean, I watched it, the guy is right, it was bad, the rule changes are bad, Gary Bettman's an asshole, but I'm not gonna get all bent out of shape about it. I'm not gonna get worked up into a frenzy about it. What the hell's the point?
I don't give a shit anymore.
That's right. You better start listening to Geldy, all you people out there. I keep trying to tell you this, including some of the people that work on this station. If you want to live to see another vacation after this upcoming one, you better calm down a little bit and take it from Geldy. Just relax, because 6,000 years from now, nobody's going to give a crap. Nobody's going to remember that crappy show Hank did yesterday 6,000 years from now. Are they going to remember that?
Uh-huh.
Oh, they are? Yeah, we're putting it in the time capsule. That's how bad it was, okay? We're going to put it in the time capsule with a note that somebody is getting paid for this performance today, and people are going to say, oh, my God, are you serious? They were actually paying people for that? In fact, I'm going to tell you how bad, and I love Hank, okay? I mean, I don't want him to take it personally, but he will, because he's Hank. But the fact is, that I would rather watch golf for 4 hours than listen to the amount that I listened to on that show yesterday. And I'd rather be dead than watch golf for 4 seconds. So are you kind of following the progression there? Are you following the proportion? You get it? It sucked. Here's Boca. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I got a neat little story about golf and me and Joe Pesci. Before he made it big as an actor in 1969, he had a band. He works for me on Long Island.
Uh-huh.
And we used to sit around every day and play gin. Finally, one day, he likes golf. Let's go play golf. So I go buy all the clothes. I hate golf. I live on a golf course.
Good.
I go buy all the clothes, the clubs, the whole thing. And we're playing a couple of times a week, fresh air. I can't stand it. So we're out at Hop Park Country. Yeah, Hop Park Country Club on Long Island. And after the ninth hole, you take a break and you eat. And somebody stole my golf clubs right then and there. I never played golf again since 1969.
Oh!
And I want to thank that guy. And maybe he's listening to you on the radio.
Excellent. He probably forced you to find a real life.
Thanks a lot, Neil.
God bless you, sir. And isn't it interesting, by the way, that this story with this guy and Joe Pesci, it was at some country club. They're always playing golf. Even OJ, he's always playing at some country club. And you want to know why? Because, like I said before, it's a blue nose sport. It's not a sport. It's like, what's the one that they play? Polo. Up there in Palm Beach. Oh, yeah. For like Prince Edward. Of course, he rides side saddle, and nobody's fooling us with that wedding on Saturday, believe me. Prince Edward. Who the hell are you kidding, sweetheart? There's more than one queen in that family. But polo, where all the snooty rich people get around on their horses, and they knock the little, whatever they're doing. It's you know what it's like? It's like croquet on horseback. Polo. I think you people up there in Palm Beach, I'm talking Palm Beach proper, not the county, but the community there, all the blue noses, I think you're playing pocket croquet is what I think you're doing. Pocket polo. Tragic. But, rich people have to have, the snooty people have to have their events, and so golf is one of them. You see schleppers playing golf?
No.
No. Because everybody's got to have a sponsor. And you want to know why they got to have a sponsor? Because it takes big, big bucks to go out there and get, everybody talking about what a hotshot you are. And about how you can stick your ball in one. In fact, I was telling you about that yesterday. About him sticking his in one. Thanks for bringing back our big black but somewhat faded penis, Roy. Thank you so much. Got to keep Roy around to keep morale up there back in the sales room.
Neil, God.
This is Learning to Spell with Donnell. I'll be Donnell Jackson, and today we're going to spell the word paradise. Spell it with me now. Paradise. P-A-R-A-D-I-S-E. Now, let's use it in a sentence. Whenever I goes out to gamble, I always take along my lucky paradise. Be good to me now. This is Learning to Spell with Donnell. I'll be Donnell Jackson.
Oh, thank the Lord. It's 11:14 at 560 WQAM. We're talking about golf today and about the idiots that watch it. I mean, if you want to play it, like I said, we won't tell anybody. And, of course, go out to your snooty country club, and you got to have a lot of money. I mean, it's so patently absurd. It's not even debatable. I mean, you can argue flavors of ice cream. You can argue about Smith and Walensky and that great meal we had from, which, by the way, they still haven't picked up to China. And guess what? I'm taking the rest of that stuff home today. I've waited long enough. What? Oh, you want it?
I want it for college.
Well, like I said, take it home today, because otherwise they might actually have a change of heart. Take it today or it'll disappear. It'll vanish. So thanks so much for that great steak knife set. God, those were great. From Smith and Walensky. And JP says, thanks for the China and all the other good stuff in there. It'll be great up there in Gainesville.
I don't have to eat out of plastic.
How come your mic is like in the almost on, which is good. So we thank you profusely. Too bad the food sucked so bad, but nevertheless, thanks for all the other good stuff. And the T-shirts and the caps, we loved it. So you can argue about things like that. But I mean, for people to call in here and try to convince anybody that golf is interesting, or like women's soccer, oh, they had 78, let's hear it one more time. They had 78,000 people at the Meadowlands, okay? They could have been out there eating cotton candy and sticking their finger in each other's earlobes, and that, and that would have been more exciting than women's soccer. But there were 78,000 people there, so it must have been something good going on, right? What is wrong with this? I mean, it's like if you're going to go to a movie, you have to check and see which one is number one this week at the box office, which one is bringing in the biggest profits. Not are the reviewers, not did anybody say it was any good, but which one is number one is, oh, must be that Tarzan cartoon. Let's all go see that, because everybody else is going to see it. Here's a mobile in Okeechobee. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
Great.
Not to be defending Governor Douchebag, because I hate him like poison, but the girl that got arrested was the governor of Alaska's daughter.
Yeah.
he was out of town.
So how did this guy come up with the fact that it was Jeb Bush's daughter? Where did he get this from?
I
don't
have
even
no
know if he's
idea.
got a daughter. I don't think he does.
I think he made it up.
Yeah.
It was the
That's
governor.
okay. Let's make up a bunch of crap.
The governor of Alaska. She's 19 years old, and evidently the drinking age in Alaska must be 21 because the girl that was there drinking with her picked up the phone, which was a direct line. That particular phone was a direct line to the Juneau Police Department, just in case anything happened.
Well, what do you mean the drinking age in Alaska must be 21? What's the drinking age here?
I don't know. I'm way over 21, so I don't really care.
21.
Oh, okay.
Canada's 19, eh?
And
Western Europe, it's about a 10, I think.
as far as the most boring sport, golf rates right up there with bowling.
Bowling is, I
Unless
would
you're
agree
in
with
Buffalo, bowling is probably number one.
How about Eddie Kowalik, huh?
Yes.
How about Thurman Munson? Now we're talking. Buddy Bomar, let's go back. Okay, have a great day, sir. How about Marty Pirano from Syracuse, New York? There's a name that none of you recognize. Marty Pirano. That old left-hander takes us back to those great days of championship bowling with Fred Wolf from WXYZ in Detroit. Anybody remember him?
No.
Great, the great Fred Wolf. Back in the days when we had real personalities on radio, not just a bunch of jukebox guys. Not just a bunch of 3x5 card readers like they got over there at the coast. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. We're going to get lunch from our friend Chuck at the sub-center today. We all straighten out on that? Joe Costello get his order in. We take care of everybody over here. And also, thanks to the Culligan guy, Duff came in here today because he wants to do something besides make the schedule out. Duff came back in here again today and said, oh, the Culligan people really did a great job. They got all the water back in here again. Be sure and give them a nice plug. That's for you guys, the Culligan guys. We love you. Of course, your sales, your account rep, your sales hole, he ain't doing much of a job there with that account. I'll tell you that right now. That Todd Dreck, I don't want to start picking on him for more than 2 or 3 hours a day for the rest of my life, but I will anyway, even if it hurts. Guy that comes in here and makes a big scene, a big song and a dance. I lost my cool. I kicked his ass out of here last Monday. Here we are 8 days later. I don't want to mention the account A Atlantic Coast Mortgage, which you love our friends over there, Mike, Art, and Jake. But did he change the copy?
No.
Is there one new word?
No.
Is there one anything?
No.
Is the old stuff from 11/16/98 still in the file?
Uh-huh.
Oh. This is the only place I have ever seen in my life where it is impossible to get fired. Impossible to get fired. You can get suspended. They're big on suspensions because it makes them feel macho when they do that, you know. But fired, no chance. Only that one girl intern got fired because she farted the wrong flavor in the middle of Hank's show one day, and she got fired, but of course she was a girl. That's why she really got fired. Right, Duff? Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Nels, what's up?
How are you doing, sir?
To be honest with you, I'd rather whack my own balls with a 9-iron than spend a Saturday glued to my TV set watching Conway Twitty and the Golden Bear pulling theirs around. I mean, come on, you know? Bowling on ABC, golf on...
Ponderous. With all due respect to my good friend Gary Seibel, who's doing the announcing on a bowling show, he's got to make a living. He's a good guy, but it is so terminal. But you're right.
It's absolutely terminal. You're right. I mean... A bunch of grown. I mean, look. If you're playing,
and by the way, I'm so glad we got into this because the people that argue about like all those people that showed up for women's soccer, as you know, worldwide attracts more people than other than auto racing. I think than any other sport. I mean, in Europe and South America, they're psychotic over soccer. Does that make it good?
No.
It's still boring.
Yeah, well, soccer attracts, much more hooligan types than, our American sports.
People that want to go out and get into a big brawl and see how many people can get killed at the end of the game.
Yeah, drink a couple ciders and drop La Bamba in the stadium.
La Bamba, right.
And, this is a bit off the subject, but...
Speaking of Conway Twitty and Richie Valens, yes.
I don't think you got a response on this. I finally saw the Britney Spears crotch picking.
Right.
On the upper left-hand corner
Correct.
of the TV screen when
Correct.
she's sitting in front of the...
plaid shorts, right, green and the red and yellow plaid shorts.
Real conspicuous, but
and she reaches right into her and pulls it out.
Digging for gold, baby.
Right.
All right, Neil, I love you.
See ya. Yeah, I even asked my friend Sean at Pizza Loft last night, did you finally see that thing on a Britney? See, he thought Britney was reaching into her shorts and pulling her out, Maybe she's got one, I don't know. Wouldn't that be something if it turned out that Britney Spears had a penis? Wow. That would really make for a turnaround. 567-0560, pound 560. What? How do you know if she's got a penis or not? I'm telling you, look, you better start examining first before you jump to contusions, mister. Go take a peek. No, but anyway, Sean thought that was Britney that was pulling the shorts out of her. I tried to tell him, and he said I only watched it like 600-700 times before I finally saw it, before it finally got sore. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great.
Got a good story for you. This is the truth. I'm a teacher at Homestead Senior High.
Yes, sir.
Where Governor's son teaches. Taught with him. and I was the building steward there, and I tried getting him to join the teachers union, which was probably a lost cause.
Mm-hmm.
But after a couple times, he finally told me the truth. He says he has to check with his father.
Great.
You know, I thought you were free, white, and over the age of 21 can make your own decisions.
Uh-huh.
So
got to check with Daddy to make sure
yeah,
it's kosher.
had to check with Daddy. Interesting how we got to us, too. You know, most teachers have to hump for a job. He was assigned to us from the district.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to teach in an inner-city school, so it looked good in his resume.
I wonder how that happened. Huh?
Yeah, well, they originally was signed to another school in Overtown. Too inner-city for him. He asked for a transfer.
Yeah, and he said, don't get carried away, okay? I want it to look good, but let's not...
yeah, exactly.
Right, go too
far.
far.
Well, he went to Mexico this summer to find his roots and then to work on his uncle's campaign.
Now, which son is this one? Is this the...
George.
There's another George?
There's another George.
Jesus Christ almighty, we got more goddamn George Bushes than you can shake your thing at.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, I love your show. Listened to it for a long, long time. First-time caller. I try and get my kids to listen to it at school, but I get the administration on my back once in a while.
Yeah.
But I teach emotionally disturbed kids, so I figure your show fits right in.
It fits in perfect. Okay, pal, have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Hey, emotionally disturbed people. Oh, and what were they talking about? Who was mentally challenged? Who was that? Well, that must have been that piece they did last night on 48 Hours that went on a whole hour. Did you see that? About this woman, the guy murdered her daughter, stabbed her 28 times. And this woman, it turned out at the end of the show, as far as I'm concerned, if anybody else saw that, I think she's crazier than the guy that who got lethal injection, of course, because he was in Texas. They fry him like, I mean, they don't fry him, but they kill him outright in Texas like crazy. They keep that death row they keep it moving like an assembly line. Nice going there, W. But anyway, so she insisted on having a meeting with this guy in jail, and they have this program where the relatives of victims get to meet the criminals. And when she waited and waited all these years, and like 2 weeks before he was going to be executed, she had the meeting with him. And we actually saw it and heard it. And she's crying, and he's crying, you know. And then we don't see them actually giving him the lethal injection, damn it. But nevertheless. And the aftermath, this was supposed to like put it all to rest, give her closure. I commend them for not using the word closure once in an hour. Nice going, CBS. Oh! And did it give her closure? No, because now she's like, she's joined this group of people that works to this mediation deal where they bring together the families of victims with the criminals. Well, what's the point? They stuck the needles in his arm, they put him to sleep, he's dead, and that should do it. What's the point of going there and like laying a guilt trip? I mean, if they're gonna kill you, that should be enough of a guilt trip, okay? She wanted to look him in the eye and, you son of a bitch, you know, this crap. And then to make this long story short, in the end, she was kind of like feeling sorry for him. Yeah, she heard his whole life story, and he was abused, and he was mentally challenged, and, what does mentally challenged mean? Yeah. Emotionally, it's like around here, emotionally challenged. That's what most of our people here on this station are, emotionally challenged. You know what I'm talking about? Basket cases. That was funny. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Yeah.
Blaming other people for their own deficiencies. Yes, sir.
Just to kind of change subject for a little bit. Last week, I received a card in the mail, and it says, "It's my pleasure to tell you that I've been chosen for the Nielsen ratings."
All right.
So they call me this morning, wake me up,
right,
and they tell me, "You've been chosen for doing the Nielsen ratings, and they're going to
hook you up.
You know, I got to tell them what I watch and all this." But it's not. The funny thing is it's not one of those crazy boxes.
Oh, it's diaries. Yeah, they also do some of them by diaries.
Oh, by diarrhea.
Mm-hmm. By diarrhea.
By diarrhea.
Which fits in with most of what's on your TV set. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I says, well, what the hey? You know, I know you were ranting and raving and talking about it, and I wasn't going to do it after listening to, everything that...
Well, why wouldn't you do it? It gives you such tremendous power. Don't you realize how few diaries they got? In other words, whatever programs you watch that you like, put those down.
Yeah, well, all right. I guess I will, but I know you were talking about it and the way you were going on with it. I wasn't going to do it, but...
Do it. Trust me. You'll feel like a real mover and shaker. Have a great day, pal.
You too.
Move it and shake it. That's what that golf guy said before. Move it and shake it.
Squirt.
Too much shaking it, I think, is your problem, pal. I wonder if golfers, do they take showers together too?
Uh-huh.
When they finish, like with a tough, hot round out there on a course, huh? They all get together and grab Tiger's Wood. 11:26 at 560 WQAM. Culling and water, by the way, speaking of getting you into a really good mood, will do something great for you, and that is take the crap out of the water that comes out of your tap. And by the way, I never got a return phone call from that other company. I just mentioned that in passing, that I called the president direct when he sent me that caustic letter. Never got a return phone call. Nice.
Ooh, frosty nads.
Squirt, squirt.
When the bombs explode over every U.S. town, racist on still tombstones. And he was as red as a monkey's ass, and his brain was in his bones.
Oh, God.
Clinton thought it was a game, selling secrets to get fame. We are all for Bill Clinton. Well, you're talking about China.
Outrageous.
His campaign was sponsored by the commies and prayed for the plan to make some nukes. The traders sold us out and never thought it was wrong. He's made a career and still went on side. Now we're not safe from the red army states. Clinton don't seem to care. Hail to the coward in chief. Oh, no. Tell me about the China dough. Whoa, China dough. This is a bunch of hooey.
$11:33 at 560 WQAM. Our poll question today: which of the following is the most boring sporting event to watch in the world? Soccer, golf, bowling, or baseball? Yeah, I wrote baseball on the list too, because even though I used to be a big baseball fan, I got to admit, baseball has become coma-inducing. I mean, it is so slow and so ponderous and so weak and plus they're playing with BBs now. Instead, they finally have admitted that the baseballs are wound much tighter than they used to be, which is why all these guys are hitting like 60 and 70 home runs. That's number one. And of course, you've got 400 teams, so the quality of pitching is garbage, and you got a lot of minor league pitchers out there. So you put those two ingredients together, and it's like bogus because they're desperate. Swimming? Well, there's nothing boring about swimming. Swimming? Get out of here, mister. Just ask Greg Lousanos. Oh, that's right. He's a diver. I forgot about that. He's a diver. Probably not anymore. Here's Mobile in Hollywood. Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm a golf enthusiast myself,
Oh.
and let's get me through. You know, to watch the match yesterday was
yesterday. There was a match on again yesterday.
Well, they showed the rerun. I watched it again yesterday.
You watched it again after you know the outcome? You watched the golf match again?
I want to tell you something. You know, for the junior golfers out there that are playing now, you know.
Oh, my God.
For the junior golfers that are out there playing right now, I got a message. The message is get a life, get a real
rather than teaching them hockey where it's violence and everything else. You know, a little fat fag like you wants to show that he's a real man.
Yeah.
He's a real hockey.
That's right. It always comes back when just a minute. No, you wait. It always comes back when I disagree with your opinion on something. You and the other asshole that called before. It's always got to do with fat fag. That's got something to do with it, okay?
You're a little fat fag and you like golf because.
No, I don't like golf. See, that's the best part. Even us fags don't like golf, okay? Like I said before, if we monkey around with balls, they'll be real ones. They'll be still attached. Jackass. Always comes back. See, they can't throw any other shot, so it's always got to be the same thing. That makes you a real macho being a golf fan, yeah. Call up some of the macho shows on this station and talk to the macho talk hosts, okay, about golf. Don't waste my time with it. Peddling your crap. Oh, yeah, violence. That's why I watch hockey, because of the violence, right. Just like the Stanley Cup playoffs. A lot of violence, right?
No.
You're just too stupid to understand it. That's your problem, sir. You like something that's real slow and ponderous, more your speed. You're probably one of those guys out there that drives your big Jew canoe about 25 miles an hour in a left-hand lane on the turnpike in I-95, aren't you, sir? Yes, you are. Out there with your big Seville, or your even worse, your Lincoln Continental, going about 15 miles an hour in a goddamn left-hand lane on whatever highway you're on. Nice and slow. Slow is how we do it, okay, right here in Florida, and you're part of the problem. Old cockers like this guy. In fact, that's our new show on Saturday morning, by the way, right after Joe Costello's racing show. Old cockers who play golf. Here's a Mobile and Sunrise. Hello.
Yes, hi. Is this the, what do you call it? The
Yes.
Golfing with the Kimbo show?
Yeah, Golfing with Kimba. Yeah.
That's it?
Okay, oh, great. That's it. Waited about 10, 15 minutes for that. Very good, sir. Great material. There's another golf enthusiast. Is this the Golfing with Kimba show? Huh? What are you trying to say, sir? Yeah. Take it out. Come on. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Bunch of little pud whackers out there, huh? Yeah, just make a personal attack. I couldn't give a crap less. I'm getting paid plenty of money. Say whatever the kind of crap you want, okay? As if fag. And by the way, how come you're watching a ladies golf out there, which is nothing but a bunch of big dykes, and I'm the only one besides me and Ben Wright who got the balls to say it. And CBS because they can't handle the goddamn truth, because they're a bunch of emotional cripples afraid of their own goddamn shadow. They had to fire Ben Wright because he said it's a bull dyke sport. Nice going, Ben. Oh! That's right. It's a bull dyke sport. Just like swimming and diving and wrestling is basically a fag pursuit. And this audience can't handle that either. Oh, no, I was once a wrestler. Well, okay. How's your roommates doing, by the way? Yeah, but I'm only 47. Yeah, like that other guy before. He was only 28 when he had his 10 roommates, all of whom slept on bunk beds, by the way. Sounds like a lot of bunk to me, pal. Faggot. Here's Hallandale. Hello.
Yeah, hey, how you doing, Neil?
Pretty good, sir.
All right, boy, I hate to be the next caller after those last two.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, hey, listen, it can only get better and younger. It can only get younger than the last guy.
Okay. Well, just to change the subject a little bit, I don't know if you discussed this earlier today.
No.
But, about the Dade County losing the Pan Am Games.
Sure, I happen to have that right here in my hand, thanks to Sam the Sham, who reminded me about that, about Linda Robertson, who's never written a good column before in her life, but it goes to show you sooner or later. That's right, an embarrassment, a grotesque embarrassment, because once again, the banana republic in which we live are chasing everybody away because, God forbid, somebody who was ever in Cuba should even breathe the air here in this town, although it seems to me that Levon, who's on the staff with the Marlins and stinking the joint, by the way, isn't he Cuban last time I checked?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, you know what gets me is, first of all, the narrow-mindedness, obviously, of losing the Junior Pan Am Games, but the stupidity, too, because Cuba's not even sending any athletes to it.
Right. That's right.
But they might, so that's why we lost.
That's right. We did. They keep the door open just to make sure that Merritt Steerheim has it. Merritt Steerheim sent a letter on behalf of Mayor Penis to USA Track and Field CEO Craig Masbach asking him to certify in writing that no Cubans would participate before they would let these Pan Am Games happen here. How do you like that? They said they should have played in Miramar. There would have been no problem. That's right.
Well, we're going to lose the big Pan Am Games next year, so more power to Broward County.
Absolutely correct, sir.
Right.
Take care.
And thank you so much. That's right. We welcome all the illegal aliens from Cuba, even George in Broward County. That's why he had to move to Broward. That's right. We welcome everybody with open arms in Broward, not this kind of snooty goddamn attitude. I wouldn't be surprised if Merritt Steerheim and Mayor Penis from Dade County are playing golf together. Probably at some real snooty country club, no doubt. Snooty blue noses, that's what it's all about. That's what it always was, and that's what it always will be, that whole golf business, invented by the Scottish who walk around with those kilts, sucking on those bagpipes. Well, that's right, I'm supposed to play that. It's coming soon, and the bit too.
Floridians, dumb as dirt.
Hi there, boys and girls. Today, we've got a very extra special friend stopping by to show us all about something really special. I hear him at the door right now. Come on in, Mr. Big Mac.
How are you, laddie? Hey, brought by something I wanted to show you.
Ooh, I wonder what it is. It looks like an octopus with a kilt on.
It's me bag, boy.
Ooh, your bag?
Hey.
Ooh, what? Can I touch it?
Sure, go ahead.
Ooh.
Run your hands there.
That's soft.
Hey, like
really?
velvet. Hey.
Oh, what's this right here?
That is my blowpipe.
What do you do with the blowpipe?
You blow on it, lad.
You blow on
Hey,
it?
you put your mouth around it and you blow.
Oh, can I do that?
Hey, would you like to blow my pipe, laddie?
Oh, can I?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay.
Come on, lad. You got to put your mouth around it, lad. Don't be afraid it's not going to break.
Like this?
Hey, that's a boy. Stick it all the way down your throat.
It's getting bigger.
Hey, that means you're doing it right.
What's this over here?
That's me chanter.
What do we do with that?
What you do with that, laddie, is you put your both hands on it, you cover the hole, and you run your hands up and down the shaft real quick.
Ooh,
hey,
like that?
Hey, run your hands up and down it there. Now what you want to do, laddie, is you want to blow on the pipe. You want to squeeze the bag nice and gentle. And then you want to run your hands up and down the shaft real quick.
Right, okay.
All together, all at the same time.
Okay, here we go.
Good, laddie. Hey, that's good, lad. Sure. Hey, it's good, laddie. Keep blowing. Blow harder, laddie. Harder. Squeeze the bag. Squeeze more. Run your hand up and down the shaft. Quick, faster. Run your hands up and down faster. Slow. You've been doing your play, number 5.
Can I do that again?
After the catch me breath, maybe.
Okay, it's 14 till noon at 560 WQAM. Corey Sabin, if you're listening, good news.
Oh!
Our first hate facts on Corey Sabin here from the West Coast. It says, here's a real Corey Sabin spy report. Coming from someone who's worked in television news for 6 years, Corey should have stuck to radio, it says. He calls himself a journalist, ? He did a stand-up in his story last night where you see the reporter in the story talking and walking about old naked people. Fortunately, I didn't pay too much attention to the story he was doing, so I didn't get the gist of it. Corey was holding the stick mic and talking about something they didn't have a video of. Never have I seen such huge eyebrows move so much when talking. His writing was effing ponderous. Television is supposed to be conversational English. His story sounded like it came from the newspaper. I should have turned it off and watched the basketball game or maybe even the Golf Channel. He also anchored the Saturday 10 p.m. show. He blows. He's no Craig Wolf, main anchor for the NBC affiliate here in Fort Myers. Is this his first television job? Uh-huh. He should have started off in Missoula, Montana, or Alpena, Michigan, or somewhere obscure. Alpena, Michigan sounds good. Aside from that, welcome to Cape Coma, Corey, it says. How do you like that? Hate facts for Corey Sabin. Excellent. That's always a good sign. In fact, Hank's show yesterday was so bad that we didn't even get any hate faxes about that. That tells you. In other words, it transcends and went beyond a certain point. When it gets that bad, they won't even respond to it. They just ignore it. They pretend it didn't exist. It's going to be better today, Hank. Just relax. And if it's not, it'll be somebody else's fault. Here's Mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, too.
I'm a big sports fan, and I practice a lot of sports, all of them, in fact, because it represents to me health, and it represents good spirits with the kids and so on, mainly with soccer and golf.
Oh.
And I was scanning through the radio.
I thought you said sports. That's not sports.
Well, anyway.
Soccer and golf is sports?
Yeah, well, at any rate, I was scanning through the radio, and I listened to you talk, and I came to a big conclusion.
Yes.
Now I know what happened to Rosemary's Baby.
To what?
To Rosemary's Baby.
Rosemary's Baby. Yeah, I'm Rosemary's Baby, yeah.
That's what I wanted to say.
Okay, thanks for your brilliant material, Julio, okay? And by the way, you'll have a real good time playing at Guantanamo in that course they got there. They got a real good one for you. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line, because all the guys like him, all the old banana people like him, they're going back this weekend. They don't know about it yet. And then we can get the Pan Am games in here and have a good time. You and Mayor Penis, you're going on the same goddamn sailboat. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got one thing to tell you and the Buffalo fans.
Yeah, okay, great. Great. We're real happy for you, okay? Jackass, your team still sucks, and the ice down there is like David, even Neil, that Schwarzer said, it was like playing a hockey on a margarita. Absolutely correct, David.
Oh!
And get a new outfit. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Here's Sunrise. Hello. Sunrise.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Good. Just got a question for you. What's the problem with you in golf and baseball when you live in South Florida? Why don't you move up to Canada?
When I live in South Florida?
Yeah.
So in other words, whatever goes on here, therefore I should be, because it goes on here, that makes it exciting?
Well,
is that what you're saying? How about watching the old people driving around on Hallandale Beach Boulevard? Is that exciting?
That's what we're here for. Why don't you
We're
move
here-
up to Canada
Thank
with
you,
the rest
Chuck.
of the
No, I don't want to move up to Canada. Oh, but all the fags are in Canada? Thank God. You all see on South Beach, okay, sweetheart? See, it all comes back to the same thing. I love it. I love it. As soon as you say something that rattles their spear, faggot, faggot, they just lose it. I love it. I'm having sexual excitement hearing this crap from all you macho golf guys, okay? Because you know something? Just like the playing bagpipes thing with those Scotsmen who invented your game, it's a pansy pursuit, okay? Real athletes don't play golf. Maybe in their spare time they might to schmooze and drink a little bit and have exercise, but they're not sitting around watching some stupid golf tournament on television. And you know it, and everybody else knows it, and you're too goddamn embarrassed because you can't handle the truth. Move to Canada, my fat ass. 5670560. In addition to which, what the hell would you do with your life if I moved to Canada? If I weren't here to give you like a little irritant, like a little stimulation every day, huh? With my toe inside your rectum. You couldn't handle it. 5670560, pound 5. But as soon as you say something, one thing around down here, you know, as soon as you ruffle their feathers and disagree, right away you're a bastard. Right away they look for the personal shots. You're an asshole. You're a fag. Whatever it is, yeah? And what's the point? The point is that you just can't handle the truth. Just like that whole business we went through with the wrestlers, okay? Next thing, they'll be defending Ricky Martin on the show. That'll be next. Wasn't bad enough that they were denying that wrestling business. Next thing, all these guys out there that are buying the Ricky Martin records, both of them. Well, I'll tell you one thing about Bluff. He was sure wrong about this air conditioning. Let's get that fan just really cranked up in here. It's schwitzing in here. Here's a mobile in Hialeah. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
You were mentioning earlier about what if Britney Spears had a penis?
Yeah.
Wouldn't matter.
Okay.
I mean, something that looks like that, I don't care what it got.
Okay. Wait for the doorbell to ring. She'll be right over. Let us know if it's circumcised or not, by the way. 5670560. I'm sorry, I gotta move this fan. One moment, please, okay? This is just boiling in this joint. God almighty. And this is only the 22nd of June? How about snorkeling, too? They do a lot of that down here. You go watch that, too, pal? Snorkeling? How about watching the people at the early bird dinners? That ought to be a good pastime. That's probably number one on the hit parade in Florida. Is old fart stealing sweet and low at the early bird dinners. Are we going to go watch that and make it into a spectator sport? Yeah. There you go. It'll sure be more exciting than watching golf. Did the air go out altogether? Is that what happened in here or what? Oh, the air is totally out. And, of course, Duff, he's off to lunch somewhere, and we're sitting here spitzing our brains out because the goddamn air went out. Here's a mobile in Fort Myers. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
Do these people actually think that you're going to say nothing controversial, and then you'd have no phone calls, we'd have no show, and we'd suck?
Yeah.
Hey, just real quick, I'm a former professional high diver. I used to do diving shows at Busch Gardens.
Oi!
Gardens. I was also a high school wrestler.
Yeah.
As far as the diving thing goes, basically all the good divers are gay. Those of us that are straight, we can't point our toes. We can't dive too high.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Wrestling, there were some weird guys when I wrestled in high school. I can't say for sure which way their gait swings, but you may not be far off on that.
Yeah.
As far as the golf thing goes, you're right on the money. If you want to go drink with your buddies and maybe go to a nudie bar after or, do some drinking and maybe hit the ball a little, that's one thing. To sit there and watch golf on TV, other than perhaps to try to help you with your game, that's the only thing I can think of. Otherwise, man, it's pretty weak,
Oh, no. Okay, have a great day, sir. Oh, no. Can I ask you a question? Remember what I said I wanted? A meatball sub? We're back to the styrofoam cheese that doesn't melt again. Okay. Well, I didn't want lunch today anyway, 5670560, pound 560. Are you seeing this? Do you remember the one from last time? I think this is the same one.
Back?
Huh? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just you eat what you got in there, and I'll sit here and lick my wounds.
You got to eat something.
North Miami Beach. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Great.
First of all, about the guy who was gloating over the Stars' victory on that.
That asshole. Another mouth breather. Yeah, that.
Anyone who takes satisfaction in something like that, or the Cardinals.
That would be like somebody who said, "Hey, the 1919 Black Sox, we won it. Too bad. It's something that's fixed."
I mean, that is just tremendously disgusting. Number 2 and number 3. Number two, you've been alluding to whatever that Hank fella said yesterday. Whatever he said yesterday, could you please go into a little more detail?
What do you mean whatever he said yesterday?
Well, whatever the show was like. He cuts people off. I know he's a colleague of yours. I don't want to get started on him with you.
What do you mean he's a colleague of mine?
Well, you've worked with him or something.
Yeah. So what does that mean?
I mean, I think
doesn't
the guy
go out to
doesn't
dinner together and hang out at the same strip joints.
The guy doesn't listen to his listeners. The guy is pretty much uninformed for someone who pretends he's informed.
Yeah. Now, so in other words, you're going to turn the fact that Hank had a crappy show yesterday and went all out attack on Hank. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just asking you, are you going to do it?
Am I going to?
You're going to attack him now, his show?
No, I'm not going to attack him.
Because he was in a very surly mood yesterday because it was a crappy show and it's the middle of the summertime, which he pointed out there's nobody here. And then he went off the deep end and blaming everybody else as usual for his own crappy show. Don't blame everybody else, Hank. If you do a crappy show, we all do plenty of crappy shows. Be enough of a man to stand up and say, I suck today and let's move on and hope for better tomorrow. That's all. Berating the little people. They had 44 people. I checked before I left yesterday. He was out at Chula's. They had 44 people in the control room and in that out-of-control room all running around to put that show together, and it still was a disaster. But, of course, when you got 49 people running around, it's easy to find some of them to blame, like all 49 of them, rather than take the blame yourself. Isn't that easy? Yeah. So I think if it's another crappy show this afternoon and the calls suck and it's just one of those days, let's say the dog done it. It's his fault.
That was funny.
Yeah, the dog done it. The cat. It's the monkey done it. That's all I said. I didn't say open up the door here for a whole assault, an all-out assault on the humper. But why the hell not? We're all big guys. We're getting paid a lot of money. We can handle it. And if you can't handle it, that means you're emotionally challenged and shouldn't be in a radio business.
Join the NRA. Shoot your gun today.
All right.
Have yourself some down-home Christian fun. Throw your friends away. We'll back you all the way. Defending your right to own a gun. When you think of all the benefits you're getting, life will be sweeter when you pack your heater. Carry a license to be deadly. Come on and join today. It's the American way to be a member of the NRA. Aim for the knee, aim for the chest, and always aim for the head in case they're wearing a vest. Sharpen your skin, feel more fun. Be there to defend your right to hold a gun. Come on and join today, and you'll be proud to say you're a member of the NRA.
Trouble 1 at 560 WQAM. Happy Tuesday to you. We were smoking along there, and all of a sudden, almost everybody dropped off. You notice that right at the same point? Right at that same point when that guy called and made those unacceptable, intemperate comments about the humper. I think that was it. Kiss of death. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. See, and the interesting part of the whole deal is that there hasn't been one person yet in over 2 hours who can articulately and intelligently make a case for golf being even mildly interesting to watch, okay? All they can do is say, maricon, faggot, this, hockey sucks. All they, try to obfuscate and throw up a smoke screen as opposed to saying, oh, this is really fascinating to watch. It's not fascinating. It's not interesting. I don't care what the names are, the same old tired goddamn names. Nobody cares about these people. Nobody with a brain cares about these people. People with no lives care about it, okay? And like I said, the degree of difficulty, it would be very difficult to take a penny and to take a target 65,000 yards away. Okay, and here's the deal. Throw the penny in the hole, okay? Stick the pen, take a broom and shove the pen. That'll be a new sport before the end of the week. Oh! All I can say is that the people on this station, I'm sure, are just thanking the Lord, kissing the ground that the Knicks won that game last night so they can perpetuate something, keep something going until they can start, gets under 100 degrees and somebody might think about football that's got an IQ larger than their thumbnail. They got to be kissing the ground that there's anything to perpetuate this sports format on this station other than golf and ladies soccer. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil, long-time listener, first-time caller. I don't call unless I have material. Two quick things. Why people watch things like golf. There's a book called The Culture of Narcissism by Christopher Lash. People watch sports because it creates the illusion of a level playing field. When life is not fair on the field, everything's supposed to be equal. Everybody's supposed to be equal.
What does golf got to do with watching sports?
Well, I mean, that's why people watch inane sports, because everybody, in theory, is equal on the basketball court, on the golf course. It doesn't matter who your basketball is, who your parents are, how much money you have. It's supposed to be fair.
Of course it matters how much money you got when you're playing golf, who your sponsor is, or how much money you got, or you wouldn't be out there in the first place.
If life sucks, then you hope for that kind of fairness. One more thing. I have a thing here from the Internet called What is a Free Thinker? Can I get your fax number and I'll send it to you?
650 0198
0198.
305.
On the way. Thanks, Neil.
Okay, thank you. Do I agree with what he just said?
No.
Of course not. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Leveling the playing field. Playing field of what? Playing field of what? So it's a bunch of grass with a hole in it every now and then, and a bunch of sand and water, and that's it. Oh, and what a great that! And my favorite line is somebody will make a real good shot and they'll say, "That's a golf shot," and I'll think, "Wow, how profound! I thought it was like a tennis shot. I thought it was like a billiard, a billiard shot. That's a golf shot. Wow." 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT. See, I don't want to burst your bubble. In other words, if your life is that pathetic and you really are enjoying, you're pretending that you're enjoying that and having a good time, great, more power to you, okay? In fact, excuse me for outing you as being somebody with no life. I apologize for that. Don't I?
No.
No. It's just that it's so, I don't know whether to laugh or cry, whether it's comical or pathetic, listening these last couple of days. Oh, well, the U.S. Open, and the Masters. What difference does it make? It's still the same crap. It would be like what's in this piece of plastic over here, I mean, you could call this the Master Sandwich, or the Master, and it would still be what it is, A very unfortunate mistake, I guess, is what it is. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a mobile in West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hey, Maricon.
Yeah?
Hey, Neil, listen. I don't understand why you were knocking Sucker down.
Sucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that sounds like your expertise, Sucker. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. One thing about the Julios in this town, thank God at least they got some different material. You know what I'm saying, yeah. See you at the Pan Am game, sir. Here's Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes?
Hey, Neil. Mrs. Bush didn't underdeclare. To underdeclare maybe by $200, that's to underdeclare. But by $18,000, that's called fraud.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah,
so,
and then she lied. She lied to a federal officer, right?
Of course. So
she ought to be in jail. Harassed ought to be in jail. That's right.
Of course. And Neil, people haven't brought up the fact that Bush got about $5 million by getting an SBA loan from the government, and then
sir, you don't understand. They don't care. They don't care. Don't you understand? His name is Bush. They recognize that name. He ran against a dead man. He ran against an almost dead man 4 years ago when he got beat by Walkin' Lawton because they recognized that name, okay? This time he ran against a man who was already dead, who couldn't win a fixed election, and that's why he's your governor, all right? You're confusing people with the facts. They don't have time for that. Just like the brother, like George W. over there in Texas, which they haven't got any idea what this man is all about. Every time somebody asks him a question, like on any issue, it's that's the answer, and that's and already he's like 100 points ahead in the polls. So what can I tell you, sir? Don't confuse the people with the facts, because then they have to think and they get very confused, like all those people that got sucked in with that little beady-eyed Ross Perot with the elephant ears. Okay, you got to roll up our sleeves and do. And we can thank our good buddy Larry for that, okay?
Only $50.
Thank him for that. Thank him for taking these marginal subhuman scumbags and putting them on the air over and over and over again and making them into big celebrities.
And nothing to do with that.
Yeah, thanks. Hunchback. Little hunchback that owes everybody money. By the way, anybody get their money back from Larry yet?
No. The worst talk radio I've ever heard in my life was on WIOD. Yes.
Tell me that you love my eyes, but I know that you keep on checking out my thighs.
Squirt.
I blame you 'cause I'm very cute. Check out my breath, they're poking out my lust at you. You come on to me and whisper things in my ear. And it sounds dark, but if you wanna date me, think you know I'm underage. 17.
All right.
Should be scared of me. 'Cause you could go to jail if you sleep with me.
Talking about
If I free, you end up prisoning. She was 25, but she's just a teen. Perfect teen. I bet my legs are free. Daddy called the cops last night. I got the perfect teen because I've had surgery. Oh! None of my goods reach my knees. My butt just hangs right out of my shorts.
Rectum.
She's underage. She okay. You should be scared of her. Scared of me? That Rolling Stones brand made her look dynamite. Put aside, she's looking mighty fine. She looks 25, but she's just a teen.
12:14 at 560 WQAM. So Chuck from the Sub Center comes back over here again. Thank you, Chuck. I hate to make you come all the way across the street again, but it's a good thing you did. No, seriously, the reason that we had the problem with the other cheese is it's Borden's. They usually buy it for Publix and they don't sell it to the regular customers. They get that just for me. Just for me special. They got that styrofoam cheese. No, they didn't have the Kraft anymore. They only have Borden's. And the Borden's doesn't melt. You can nuke it, you can fry it, you can light it on fire, and it doesn't melt. It's prehistoric cheese. So he brings over instead a beautiful a meatball sub sandwich with onions and like real cheese. Thanks a lot, Chuck. You're the best.
Oh!
At the Sub Center on the corner of 441 and Ives Dairy Road or Nob Hill or whatever that is. Or 199th. It's only got 17 different names. Look at this. We got our phone dropped off again here, and you know whose fault that is? Whose fault is that? It's Hank's fault. No, see, I think we ought to turn the tables on him today, okay? We're going to start blaming him for everything. If it rains in your neighborhood, it's Hank's fault. Instead of blaming all those poor underlings that are walking around and they're trembling in their goddamn boots waiting for the next goddamn temper tantrum, I think let's start blaming Hank for it, okay? How do you think, huh? Yeah, that's why we got 2 open lines on the board.
That was fun.
Because you're full of crap. The continuation, yeah, it's a continuation play from his show yesterday. Brian Lewis said it's a continuation play. Anybody tell us what a continuation play is?
No.
Is there such a thing?
No.
Stick to golf. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Don't forget, real men play golf. That's what it's all about. Lauderhill, hello. Lauderhill.
Oh, hi, Neil.
Yes, sir. Sorry to disturb you.
I've been a golfer now for 37 years, and it is the most disgusting game to watch on television.
Right.
Where else can you see a bunch of skinny little guys with big clubs and big fat guys with small clubs walking around being televised?
Right.
That much. I want to bring to your attention the greatest Yiddish put-down that my mother, rest her soul, brought from Europe with her.
Mm-hmm.
And anytime somebody makes a futile statement or a baloney statement, you say,
Right.
Are you familiar with that?
Yes,
expression?
I am. Yes, I
How
am.
come you don't use it? It's the greatest put-down in the world.
Because Coxachois is a lot easier.
Okay, nice talking.
And have a great day.
Goodbye.
Sei gesund. Okay. By the way, we're teaching Yiddish to Goyim on this show. How do you like that? Teaching Yiddish to Goyim. Teaching about glory holes to straight assholes. It's quite an accomplishment, man.
Oh!
When we got Schwarzers out there speaking Yiddish, then you know we really got it made in the shade. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Yeah, Tiger Woods. What's his claim to fame, huh? Tiger Woods? What's the big deal with him? Making $15 million, $20 million, $30 million. He's as boring as dog duty, okay? Tiger Woods. Oh, but he's a great golfer. Yeah, right. Great. Like I said, Jack Nicklaus, go do something useful before it's too late, before they stick your ugly ass in a box. Go do something meaningful. And you notice even his kid plays too, by the way, you notice. The ganze Mishpacha. Oh, what has your family done for society? Oh, we all play golf. Great. We're all over here whacking it. Here's Deerfield. Hello.
Neil,
Yes,
God.
sir. Yes, I am.
Neil, 2 most boring sports I've ever watched.
Mhm.
And I've watched them total of, for 28 years of my life for probably a total of 5 minutes. Number 2 most boringest is tennis.
number one most boringest sport I've ever seen in my life
Yes.
is golf.
Right.
I can't stand it. It makes me want to vomit.
It makes me, I really have to wonder about the sanity, about the mental stability of the people who are sitting there watching it.
I don't understand
Including
it.
the guy that called who said, admitted that he watched it again yesterday. They replayed it and he watched it again yesterday.
That guy is, he's a fruitcake. Well, besides that, what's even better is, real men play the sport. I tried it once upon a time. My grandfather, took me out on a golf course and told me real men have to learn how to play golf. Neil, I dug a hole out there. It was the most terrible sport.
Real men don't play golf, okay?
That's right. We play, whatever it is we gotta play, but not golf.
Okay.
Take care.
Take a look at OJ, huh? There's a good example. What's his big thing? His favorite pastime when he's not whacking people's necks off their shoulders?
Oh, man.
Golf. That should tell you right there. All you need to know about golf, okay, is the fact that OJ, that's all he's doing. Even the night that the murder took place, he was supposedly whacking balls around on the goddamn front lawn. He was doing a little putt-putting on the front lawn in the dark. Oh, that's right. He was taking a nap. Well, was he Oh, well, we're not really sure. He forgets. Oh, that's right. He was taking a shower when the doorbell rang. Well, the story keeps changing. But he's out there playing golf on any country club course anywhere in the world that they'll let him in, which ain't too many, thank God. And what does that tell you about what you need to know about the sport of golf? Scumbags are golfers, okay? In fact, you know something? I just got a fax here, and I think it may be a good point. It said, it's not a real man sport. People who play golf, every single one of them, they're a bunch of faggots. That's what it said right here. How do you like that? In fact, I did see some of the highlights last night. What was the one? What's his name? Payne Stewart? Pulled out a 7-iron, and somebody looked at him and yelled, "That's a gay club, you moron." A little bit too deep? Yeah, a little bit too deep, I think. Just keep digging.
Rectum.
Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Neil, how you doing?
I was a little kind of cockeyed. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I actually have something that's even more boring than golf. Any movie done by Will Smith or Adam Sandler.
Yes!
Oh!
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Amen. But hey, we're supposed to be hip and cool and trendy, so we have to love that crap. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. How about Austin Powers? He really doing it?
Oh!
He's doing it. He's on the side of my Virgin Atlantic plane on Virgin Shaglantic. Here's a mobile in Deerfield. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
I just say that golf is so boring. I was watching it Sunday for about a whole putt that Payne Stewart did. He took the leaves and make it play like it's hockey or something. No, he just took the leaves.
Yeah, he just stuck it in there, yeah. Like it was a Peter North movie or something. He just stuck it in there.
All right, Neil, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good, great call. Hey, we don't care about great calls on this show. We're not taking numbers and calling people back on this show. What? I've only heard that from 50 different people in the building. What do you give me look like that, Joe? Joe's all paranoid. I've heard that from 100 different people in the building, that some shows are so paranoid about the callers that they were actually taking phone numbers and calling people back. I mean, what kind of a show can you do when you're afraid of the audience? Seriously, stop and think about that. When you're terrified of your audience, what kind of a goddamn show can you do? You have to deal with the audience. There's a lot of assholes out there. That's what this is all about. We're not here to educate. We're not here to inform. We're not here to, we're here to make some money. That's all. We're here to entertain, to kill 4 hours every day. That's all what we're here for. And now some of these people here are taking themselves too seriously. They believe too much of their own bullcrap. That's right. Just ease up a little bit. Like I said, things were going too well here, and now everybody's starting to get a little bit too uptight. Oh, Joe, thank God you're back. Oh, what are we going to do without you, Joe? Those other two losers, which that's a point, Don't be picking on my buddy Geldy, by the way, okay? You want to pick on Beefo, that's okay. But don't be picking on my good buddy Geldy, who gave me the whole key to life. Here's a mobile in North Miami. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Long-time listener, generally agree, but I had to call about the golf.
Go right ahead. You sound like just the kind of guy that can give us a rational explanation.
Well, golf is a sport that, or in my opinion, a sport that has provided a vehicle for numerous charities, both through, helping inner-city kids.
Yeah, so has bingo.
Right.
Well, you want to go watch people play bingo?
Great answer.
So is the Jerry Lewis Telethon. You want to watch that?
No.
Yeah. No.
But, well, exactly. That's why golf is so popular. And I think...
Well, let me ask you something. How much money do they raise in the U.S. Open this weekend for charity?
Well, I mean, look how much money the Doral Ryder Open raised.
No, that's not what I asked you. That's not what I'm talking about.
Well, the U.S. Open is a USGA event, and the USGA has the First Tee program. They have clubs for kids, and they're doing things in the inner city. They're building.
Great. I'm tickled to that. That just doesn't mean I want to watch it, though.
No, well, I can understand. That's why you have the clicker. It's like basketball. I mean, golf is the only sport which teaches the honorable thing of calling a penalty upon yourself. You see these guys in basketball fall down hoping to draw a foul. They haven't been fouled, but they're hoping to do it. Or they foul somebody, or like last
The
night's
honorable thing, it sounds like some kind of a pansy thing when you put it that way. It sounds like something the Scottish would have invented.
Well, I think it was invented by
With
the
their kilts.
Scottish, but I believe
Yeah, with their kilts and their high stockings.
Well, it was perfected, though, in Massachusetts, which,
Yeah.
But
They
anyway,
needed protection.
And
from themselves.
we have, and golf happens to be a major employer in our state. We have over 1,000 golf courses.
Isn't that pathetic? And that's why the state is in the shape that it's in, because everybody's busy playing golf.
Yeah.
That's why the governor's wife is smuggling in 20 grand worth of crap from France, because everybody else is too busy playing golf looking the other way.
And Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus both have done a lot for their communities that help build schools and whatnot. And Tiger Woods last year did entertain 2,500 inner city children, brought them clothes.
Yeah, so did Michael Jackson.
Well, I don't think you could put them in the same light. There's, Tiger doesn't have those types of demons in his closet.
Not yet. Okay, thanks for the good news, sir. Okay, am I impressed by that?
No.
No. They raised a lot of money for charity. Let me say it again. So does bingo, church bingo, a lot of other things. Do we want to watch those events?
No.
No. It doesn't make it interesting. It doesn't make it meaningful. It does nothing. It's just a lot of time killing for blue noses, okay? I mean, why don't you admit I'm a blue nose, I'm a pseudo-intellectual, I got some money, and screw everybody else, and I belong to the country club, and we won't let too many other Schwarzes in besides Lee Elder and Tiger Woods, and that's it. At least be honest about it. Instead of giving me this big hearts and flowers and song and dance about, they're doing so much. Yeah, right. Tiger Woods is giving all that money to charity and all those inner city kids because he's got to do it because it's part of the PR, just like Princess Diana was doing her landmine. It's the same thing. Here is a kid that was like an instant millionaire all of a sudden because he could hit a golf ball. All of a sudden he's a millionaire. Did I get any calls yesterday about the story about the academic grades in the high schools getting changed from F's to B's and C's? Did I get one call about that? No. So your kids out there that might be struggling to get decent grades, who may actually someday contribute something to society meaningful besides hitting a goddamn golf ball 200 yards, that are struggling against a bunch of illiterate jocks, not to mention anybody we heard on the air this morning on his station. That's a real problem that nobody cares about, okay? So I don't think your kid is going to get 15 or 20 million for endorsements like Tiger Woods if he's got a brain. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, before the Pan Am Games, there was the magazine ban.
Uh-huh.
Before the magazine ban, there was Maidem 2 years ago.
Uh-huh.
Before Maidem, there was Nelson Mandela. Now, is there a pattern here or what?
Uh-huh.
It scares me how a special interest group can set standards for the rest of us. What's going on here?
Uh-huh.
Is this scary or what?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Thank you. I was just finishing a bite of sandwich here. Great sandwich, by the way, Chuck. And quit using that goddamn Borden's cheese. Now, Chuck's a great guy, and they always do wonderful by us, so I knew there had to be some sugar in the woodpile that he would bring up a crappy-looking, oh, God. Styrofoam cheese by Borden's. What did I always tell you about Elsie the Borden cow, huh? Don't ever trust anything from Elsie the Borden cow.
That fucking bitch.
1226 at 560 WQAM.
Hey, yo, man, what's up with your verkackte Mischport?
Get started by the jealous people who follow the fad of the breast implants that the Hollywood women are sporting. The temptation to get big boobies is very hard to resist, but if you're a girl who's thinking about getting them, well, I insist. Just remember when you get big boobies, to keep them firm and round, check the pressure each day with an accurate gauge and inflate to 100 pounds. When you look at all these big boobies surrounding me every day, if you already got big boobies, don't be like Pamela. Hey, why not go buy big boobies, show them off today, and if your boobies stop traffic, you have the right of way.
Call 32 at 560 WQAM. You know, I'm thinking about this, not that anybody cares, about this crazy rule change in the NHL. About everybody gets a point for a tie, and then they play 4-on-4 overtime for 5 minutes, and the winner gets another point. They get 2 points. So now you wind up losing a game if you wind up being the loser, and you still get a point. Brilliant. Nice going, Gary. You jackass. You idiot.
Boy.
You simpleton. You putz. You Lilliputian, you. What am I getting so excited about in the middle of a great lunch, huh? Nice going, Chuck. Thank you.
Oh!
And as far as that board and cheese is concerned, here's Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I need some pointers on how to hold my lover's penis.
Yeah. I need some You need some pointers on life, pal, okay? You and your boyfriends here? That's what you need, some pointers. Maybe the Pointer Sisters might do you, but I doubt it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT. Same old tired. That's why we haven't got the Pan American Games, so we can have the honor of having assholes like this guy in our midst, okay? And like I asked you so many times before, what do we do about the gorillas in our midst? Here's a mobile in Hialeah. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I made it out of Hialeah. I'm in North Miami
Well,
now.
congratulations to you, sir.
Oh,
I'd move real fast through that place.
God, I was praying to you that I could get out of there.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. There's something going on 95 here around Iceberry Road. It's back bumper to bumper. Anyways, many years ago when we didn't have clickers for our TVs, I'd come home on the big Sunday dinner, you know, the folks would have the big dinner, you know, supper, and there were my parents watching golf. Never played golf in their life.
Yeah.
I was like, my God, I mean, don't you people have a life? Now, several years later, 20 years later,
yeah,
I go from my parents' place, see how they're doing on Sundays. There's my dad, he's in a coma, and there's my mom watching golf.
Great.
And I'm like, why are you watching this? She says, oh, it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
You've never even lifted a golf club in
Probably
your life.
compared to the rest of their lives, it is exciting.
Oh, God. Yeah, they live in one of them condominium
Like
things,
I
man.
said.
Oh, Jesus. Hey, God.
I'm listening. Okay. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. I guess Mom and Dad came along and took his clicker away there. Where are we going? We're going to mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I agree with you. Golf is for, you know, the thing is, golf used to, everybody used to say, oh, it's a racist, elitist thing.
Right,
now
that's right.
Well, yeah, but it's not so racist. It is elitist, and it's totally.
Well, why is it's not so racist? Why? Because they let a couple of tokens in, so it's not racist.
Well, I mean, I'm not defending it in any way. Believe me.
How many black players are playing out there on the PGA Tour? 4, 3, 5, 2?
I couldn't tell you. I've never really watched.
No, say 2.
Golf tournament.
Yeah.
No, but what I was going to say is, it's what it is. It's just it's a BS sport. It's not even a sport. It's a place for macho a-holes to go and just, you know, butch around. You know, it's
butch around. They're being butch, following around a little goddamn stupid ball. That's butch.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, you're right. They're big
Being like walking like a Scotsman, like that song goes. Walk like a Scotsman. That's butch.
I don't know, but they're chasing around little balls. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's how I know what that is, man. I can relate to that. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Has anybody even made a case here today?
No.
Oh, the other guy says, well, he raised a lot of money for charity. Like I also said, so does Jerry Lewis. Do we ever want to see him again? No. Nobody with a brain would watch that thing. You got to be mentally deficient to watch Jerry Lewis. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's North Miami Beach. Hello.
Hello, is this Neil Rogers, the habitual satellite offender?
Yes.
Hey, Neil, how you doing? What's up?
Okay.
Listen, the hell with golf. The hell with Governor Goyam. I want to know how come you're not being psychotic about them casting Leo the Flamer and next to Andy Garcia in the upcoming Godfather movie.
Well, I already talked about it, so what would you like me to do about it? Have a stroke? Would that make you happy?
I just thought you would be more into depth to it about why they would even think about casting.
Hey, listen, if they could cast Sophia Coppola as Mary in the movie, then why would, and Eli Wallach with and George Hamilton III or whatever his name is.
Do you know if Mario Puzo's still doing the screenplay or the
yes, he is.
Oh, God, I don't know what the hell he's thinking about. Also, listen.
No, maybe it wasn't Mario Puzo. No, it's just that they got Francis Ford. I need the money Coppola back again.
I mean, that would be like casting Pee Wee Herman next to Marlon Brando in the original.
He's in it. He's going to be in it, yeah.
Unbelievable. Listen, I finally figured out something the other day. This argument you were having about the sticking the Ten Commandments in the schools. See, you got to hand it to the Christian right. They think they're so slick. when this doesn't work as far as sticking the Ten Commandments, they're going to say next, oh, well, let's stick John 3:16 in there, and let's stick the verse of this Bible in there. They're going to keep sticking verses in the Bible until something finally works, which obviously...
Okay, listen, go take 2 and call us in the morning, okay? Feel better. Just calm down, okay? Just calm down. Stop being so goddamn psychotic. Got important stuff we're talking about here today, like the PGA Tour, and this guy's getting all worried about losing our freedoms, okay? What's the matter with you, man? Haven't you got your balls on straight? What's your problem? 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. It's called selling halava to the Arabs. That's what it's called. Convincing people that something is, it's a hype job again, They got nothing else to stick on there right now, so they stick all these golf tournaments on there. And sometimes on the weekend you can go to 3 different network channels and they're all got the same garbage on there. Oh, but did you ever play the Green Monster? Oh, yeah. Did you ever try that one hole where they got the 15 sand traps? It's just, it's pud whacking is what it is. That's all it is. Absolutely nothing else. And the guy before was right, about that macho thing. Like, you'll notice that a lot of athletes who participate in other sports, what do? Like OJ, in their spare time, they go out and play golf. Because they, in their mind, it makes them feel like it's an athletic thing, which, of course, it's not. Here's Kendall. Hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Great.
I listen to you every day. I pretty much disagree with almost everything you say,
Good.
but you're entertaining.
But
I'm going to take an exception here. I think golf's the most boring freaking sport anybody can...
It's not a sport. It's a game.
It's a game.
A sport is like where there's some real competition, and guys go out there and they gouge each other's brains out. There's like some real physical competition. Sport is a game. It's like Parcheesi.
Yeah, I tell you what, anytime a guy like John Daly can be classified an athlete, something's wrong with the game.
Yeah.
Hey, Neil, I got a shameless request.
Yes?
Is there any chance you could do the Beverly Hillbillies parody for me?
What is it called?
I have no idea. It's a parody of the Beverly Hillbillies song, the theme from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed, a dumb mountaineer, barely nothing in his head. After Labor Day, had a hankering to be cool, so he rounded up the kin and they headed back to school. Beverly Hills, that is, high school, 90210.
Excuse me, Miss Jane?
Yes, Chisholm?
How many inches in a gallon?
Oh, my God, he is like so stupid.
Hey, like isn't that dude who surfed on a door?
Sorry, Paul. I don't think I'm ever going to fit in at this here fancy Hollywood high school.
Yeah, really me. You keep away from them boys. You already got credit.
Well, the next thing you know, they're living in Bel Air, checking into rehab and bleaching out their hair. So they're really tan and they're getting lots of chicks. They ain't learned nothing because they're still a bunch of hicks.
Yeah, Dougie. Beverly Hillbillies 90210.
You're all held back now. You hear?
20 before 1 at 560 WQAM. Let's talk about our good buddy Glenn Grosso, the general manager over at Titanic Toyota, who is tired of sitting around watching the sales holes blow deal after deal and listening to Todd Dreck and blow this account.
I'm dying over here.
Goodbye, old Iku. Rhymes with Pitsoon at you fell off your exercise bike and then you died and lied around for most of the day.
Boy!
What the hell else can you say?
Yeah, good point. Okay, it's 12:44 at 560 WQAM. Here's a fax that shows a picture of a golfer with very small gonads, by the way. It says, the MS, boys who play golf have small balls.
Oh!
And I hear some of them are orange is what I hear. And some of them glow in the dark. Anyway, we discovered that it's another one of those fag pursuits, so don't get caught dead out there on a goddamn course, okay? If you want to do it like late at night when it's real dark out there, like when OJ was putt-putting it on the front lawn. Here's a mobile in Deerfield. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Just got one thing to say. Happy Gilmore, golf is the hockey for pussies.
Okay. That's what Bob Barker said. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Neil, my name is Amanda, and I think that golf, the game of golf, is the most stupidest game because it's the only game they hold back people with a string.
They hold back people with a string?
Yeah, of course. Something like that.
Yeah.
And my friend, she's like your most favorite fan, and she wanted to ask you a question. Were you gay? Are you gay?
No.
You're not gay.
Fag, but not gay. Queer.
You like other men?
Maricon.
Do you like other men?
Do I like some?
Oh.
Do you like other women? Are you a dyke?
No, I'm married. I don't like other women.
Why not?
Because I'm straight. I believe in the Bible.
You believe in what? 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. That was good. That was great. Anyway, moving right along, singing a song. Here's a mobile in Margate. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil, first of all, what would you call a lady golfer?
Dyke.
No, a putz.
Dyke.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to tell you that the Hammer, the Hump, or whatever his name is, he does the Knicks fans the greatest justice in the world.
Okay, we're not interested in the Knicks fans, okay, sir? I couldn't care less. Now, we finally found something more boring than golf, soccer, baseball, all the above, and that's the Knicks fans, okay? All you New York sports fans, we don't care on this show. You are so ponderous. You all sound the same. You all smell the same. The arguments are old and tired and stale. Whoopee-doo. You won a game in a series. You're going to get your asses whipped, and I don't even follow the goddamn NBA. Anybody with a brain knows that San Antonio is going to kick your serious ass all the way back to Manhattan. So cut the crap. God, you talk about... So let's go back to a recap where we were before, okay? The gambling calls, the golf calls, and the calls from the New York sports fans. There's the poll for you. Which of the above is killing the sports shows on QAM? And after talking to this jackass, I think it's the New York assholes. The Knicks fans, the Jets fans, the Giants fans, the Yankee fans, the Mets fans, if we could find any, the Ranger fans, which they don't exist, the Islanders fans, which died 20 years ago with Denise Potvin. Real boring. If you're so hot to trot about New York, go back there, okay? There's planes leaving every couple of hours. Get on a goddamn plane and cargo and go back and leave us alone. We came here to enjoy the sunshine and get away from obnoxious New York stereotypes just like you. Go hang out with the nanny, okay? And get out of our face. Oh, God. 567. In fact, that's going to be our poll question tomorrow. Who's more obnoxious, the nanny or Todd Dreck? Which today's poll question is, who's more obnoxious and annoying, Leo DiCaprio or Ricky Martin? ¿Quién es más macho? Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I
Here we
have
go
an
again.
idea. Why don't we integrate auto racing with golf? And, you know, you sport.
We already have Saturday morning, 6 to 8 o'clock here on 560 QAM. Be tuned in this week. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a mobile in Hallandale. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great.
Tell you something that's not boring. Nick Cigars, Neil. I just smoked the Perdomo Reserve,
Right.
and I do want to thank you. I've been smoking it for about 3 months now, and I really never had the courage to tell you, but I had to call you this time, and they are outrageous.
Excellent.
And I just picked up a Cuban Bullet, and I'm going to try that, and I'll give you a call in a couple of days and let you know how it was.
Okay, watch where you put it. Okay.
Thanks, Neil.
There you go. Nick Cigars. We just took a poll, and everybody in this audience said Nick Cigars is a hell of a lot more exciting and satisfying than some stupid golf game.
Oh!
And we second that motion. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Hank's going to be here at 2 from Shula Steak 2. He promises a spectacular show today.
Hey,
I'm telling you, it better be great. They've got 116 people they brought in today because Hank was very surly yesterday. He was real unhappy with the performance of the 82 people that were working on that show for him yesterday. They brought in 173 different people that are going to be running the board, screening the calls, calling people back, checking their shoe size, looking them up in a phone book, getting a hold of the CIA to look up their backgrounds before we let them on the air, et cetera, and so on. It's going to be a barn burner, baby. A barn burner. It's going to be a continuation play from yesterday. 567-0560. I mean, I hear things said on this radio station that just make my blood curdle. I just get so psychotic when I hear things that go over the air and people are going, oh yeah, like that, you know? Because this is such a knowledgeable town, especially when it comes to sports. In fact, I think most of these people ought to stick to their golf. You know, how much do they understand? You hit the ball, you stick it in the hole. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Neil God, I owe a lot of thanks to you. I'm mentally emancipated due to you.
You mentally masturbated thanks to me?
That's
oh,
right,
emancipated,
sir.
yes.
You got it. All this God stuff is BS, and I think I understand why people watch golf.
Yeah.
I think people watch golf because they want to learn some mysterious and mystical tip on how to play golf better than their buddies. So when they're with their buddies, they can go ahead and show off.
Yeah.
And,
well, let him go. Let him go out and buy one of those videotapes for $20 at Blockbuster and save us all the pain of having that crap. All the pain, did you get that, of having it on our TV sets? Let him watch one of those stupid how-to videos by Jack Nicklaus. Come on, Jack, just one time. What's your opinion on China? What do you think about nuclear weapons? What do you think about the starving people and overpopulation in the world? What do you think, Jack? What do you think about the shooting in Littleton, Colorado? What do you think about anything besides golf, Jack? You got an answer?
No.
Jack? Jesus Christ. Anything, Jack.
Yeah.
567-0560. Pound 560. And Arnold Palmer, he knows that he fought off colon cancer and he won the battle, but he don't want some gimp in a goddamn cart playing against him, even though he's on the seniors tour and he's riding around his cranky old ass in a cart. Nice going, Arnie. Real compassion. This guy before talks about charity. Yeah, we saw the charitable attitudes of the goddamn golf tour on that issue. We don't want some gimp out there getting the unfair edge by riding the cart, even though he's got like a half a leg. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, man.
Yes, sir.
I gotta ask, what was that last guy you had on smoking?
Good stuff. Good crap.
Very good.
Just came in.
Yeah, man.
Got it right over here in Little Jamaica, by the way. We got the good crap over here.
Kick ass. On the subject of golf, I don't think anything can be more annoying, and that includes Florida Marlins games.
Right. You know something, sir? You made the best point of the day. The Marlins are the most boring thing I can think of, and the Marlins are 1,000 times more exciting than golf. Excellent point.
I said it right there.
Okay, God bless you. Well, he knows to quit when you're ahead. That's right. You can't top that. Oh, and by the way, speaking of can you top this, I almost forgot. Clifton Fadiman died. That was yesterday's news, which I clipped it out. And, of course, I forgot to mention it because he was 95 years old. And number two, who the hell in this audience remembers Clifton Fadiman besides me and my mother and a few old farts, right? Clifton Fadiman, early days of TV, radio, author. Huh? Remember Clifton Fadiman?
No.
George S. Kaufman?
No.
No. Bennett Cerf?
No.
Arlene Francis?
No.
Dorothy Kilgallen?
No.
John Charles Daly?
No.
No. Soupy Sales?
No.
Okay. Gary Moore?
No.
Durwood Kirby?
No.
Kirby Puckett?
No.
Rhymes with... Okay, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. By the way, for that black dyke that called before, we're tracing the number, okay, sweetheart? And somebody's going to be over your house in no time at all.
Roy!
With a real special gift for you. Slightly used and slightly worn out, but you'll love it. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello? Mobile in Miami. 7 minutes and 53 seconds on hold. Waiting, breathlessly. He gets his big chance in one big opportunity in the sunshine and says, nothing. 567-0560. I wonder whose fault that was, huh? That we just had a caller on the air that wasn't there when I punched up the goddamn line. Whose fault was that? Oh! Somebody's fault. Let's find. I bet it was Hank's fault. Let's take a poll. Was it Hank's fault?
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah. Okay, it was Hank's fault. Too many finger pointers in this building, okay? Too many people looking to blame everybody else for their own goddamn deficiencies, and that disturbs the living crap out of me, okay? When I come in here and do a real crap show, which I can't remember when the last time, what year was that? I'm the first one to say, boy, did I suck today. And I got a big smile on my face every time I say that. Yeah, that's right. I said that this weekend. Boy, did I suck today. Smiling from ear to ear. Wow. Yeah. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello?
Yeah, how about getting Jeff Rimmer on as a guest and talking?
Yeah, how about making something sensible, okay, Jeff? Now, you know something? I'm so glad you called, okay, because we just discovered something 1,000 times more boring than golf. Anybody remember those hockey shows we used to have?
They stunk.
Yeah, you can say that again. He says to me yesterday, he says, oh, how about why don't you have Don Cherry on this week? And I said, to give him my regards. I love Don Cherry. He's great. Have Don Cherry on. This audience don't know Don Cherry from Don Corleone, okay? Don Cherry. Have Jeff Rimmer on. Oh, my God, those shows.
They stunk.
I even talked to my buddy Ray Whitney about those hockey shows we used to do, and he said...
They stunk.
I used to ask Doug McClain about those shows, and he said...
They stunk.
Yeah, Mike Lang said...
They stunk.
Don Cherry said...
They stunk.
Ron McClain from Hockey Night in Canada said...
They stunk.
John Davidson with his big fat mouth that chilled for the NHL the other night on his show said...
They stunk.
Yeah. I asked Rimmer's wife, my close friend Farrell Rimmer, how about those shows I used to do with Jeff on hockey? She said...
They stunk.
Yeah, in a somewhat different voice. So there you go, Rimmer. Nice try having a setup call here. Going to hear Jeff Rimmer on his show ever again?
No.
Not unless he calls in. And I don't want to threaten anybody in the building right now, but if Jeff Rimmer gets on the air on the bat line. 1256 at 560 WQAM. You notice how since I mentioned that a minute ago, everybody's like wiping off their mouth now. What is that all about?
Oh boy, it's the 1 to 2 hour.
Last week, I did the craziest thing. I flew to Oakland to learn Ebonics. And then I hit the street to go check out my style. And what happened was quite ironic. There was a black guy standing on the corner. I said to him, "What's up? And your blood, what's going down?" Well, he looked at me as if I was some kind of freak. And you won't believe what he called me. Jigaboo, jigaboo. Now how do you like a jigaboo, jigaboo? When you don't like a jigaboo, jigaboo. The honky don't like a jigaboo, jigaboo, boo, boo. He said Ebonics ain't for you. And he pulled out a gun. I said, "Hey man, I'm just learning Ebonics 101. Then he aimed at me and said, "Here's lesson 102. As I lay there, I thought I was dying. Someone called the paramedics. I turned too. Then another dude said, "Man, you pathetic honky fool. Use Ebonics again and we'll be dissing you." Jigaboo, jigaboo. Now how do you like a jigaboo, jigaboo? That you don't like a jigaboo, jigaboo. The honky don't like a jigaboo, jigaboo, boo, boo. All right. Jigaboo, jigaboo. Now how do you like a jigaboo, jigaboo? That you don't like a jigaboo, jigaboo. The honky don't like a jigaboo, jigaboo, boo, boo. Jigaboo, jigaboo.
2 minutes after 1 at 5:50 WQAM, the award-winning Hank Goldberg show from Shula Steak 2 at 2 o'clock. 6 o'clock tonight, we got Donnie ZB, Donnie XB, talking baseball for a little while. Killing some time is basically what it is. Filling an hour in there because they don't want to pay somebody to do the show. And then, of course, maybe we can get Warren for Marty back for 80 grand, huh?
Oh!
Yeah, let's get him back. He's got a cult following, which you know what that means? Small and stupid. And then 7:05, we got the Marlins and the Mets. Thursday, by the way, you're going to be excited about this. Thursday, we got a ball game here in the daytime.
Oh!
All right.
Oh!
There go the ratings in the toilet.
Oh!
Yeah. Thursday, 1:05 pregame. Game time 1:35. The Marlins at the Mets.
Oh!
Means we get out of here early on Thursday, to which we say one more time in case you missed it the first 200 times.
Oh!
Yeah. Here's a fact that says, Neil, golf is a game, not a sport. Isn't that what I just got through saying a little while ago?
Uh-huh.
It's a game, like Parcheesi, like Mahjong, like dominoes. It's a game. It's not a sport. Like checkers, like, I would say like chess, but chess is more cerebral. It takes a little bit of intelligence. Going out there and whacking a ball, you gotta have an IQ the size of your thumbnail. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's a mobile in Kendall. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Jim.
Yes, Jim.
I have a life. I like your show, and I reinforce your thoughts about the New Yorkers. I just was behind one of our great New Yorkers in a toll booth which says 25 cents only.
Yeah.
And the asshole doesn't have anything but maybe a $5 bill.
Oi!
So, go New Yorker, go all the way to the airport. I'm with you, babe.
That's right. Go New York as far as you can. Thank you, sir. That's right. That's our new slogan on this show. Go New York. For all you New York sports fans, go New York and don't come back soon. I mean, there's a few nice New Yorkers down here, about 6 or 7. I haven't met too many of them yet. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line, like Al Goldstein, but of course he's only here part-time, as little as possible. Here's a mobile in Aventura. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Worst thing on TV, these celebrity golf outings. You ever check one of them out?
No.
Oh, they're
Celebrity golf?
Yeah, it looks like Glenn Campbell and
Oh,
Blowfish.
Glenn Campbell and Hootie and the Blowfish?
You ever saw one of them, huh?
No.
They're painful.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's either that and other channels, the Juice Man, and it's terrible.
I'd rather see the Juicy Man than the golf tournament, ain't it?
Oh, it's bad.
I'd rather see Ron Popeil hawking that piece of plastic that he's hawking.
Yep, they're bad.
Okay, thanks. You know something? That's a good point. But television is so bad on the weekend, especially in the daytime, it's probably making millions for the infomercial people, for the Ron Popeils of the world and the Juicy Man. Because, you know, as bad as they are and as crappy as all those products are, I would rather more entertained by watching Ron Popeil try to peddle that crap than watching some stupid golf tournament. Not even close. My favorite is the one where he's got the plastic, what do they call those things? Those things. They're just layers of plastic to dry out like your herb, you know, stuff like that. The plastic herb dryer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
My friends, I believe it's time this country has a moral Christian leadership.
567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's Miami. Hello.
That was good.
It was good.
I loved it.
Uh-huh.
I got something to top your boredom with.
Yeah, man.
With golf and the Marlins. I have the top.
Yes.
The dictators that pass themselves off as communists, or communists pass themselves off as dictators or whatever. The commissioners of Dade County for canceling the Pan Am games for kids.
Yeah.
That one I like.
No, that's not boring.
Oh, it's boring every time.
No, it's not boring. It's very aggravating. It makes my blood boil, sir. It's not boring at all. It's enough to make you want to go. Right. And take away their goddamn visas, MasterCards, American Express, and El Pasaporto. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Oh, good. Let's get this caller on immediately, if not sooner, okay? You see, important things they don't get emotional about here. Like I've told you before, there's no passion. But crap like some stupid golf tournament, then they get all bent out of shape. Or maybe like New York fans get, well, of course, that didn't take much talent. Here's line 7 in Miami. Hello?
Yeah. I was just listening to your show right now, and I was thinking, you know, you talk about other New Yorkers being this and that and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason why you're talking on the radio is because you wouldn't be saying it on the TV. If you did, a New Yorker would come up to you and represent themselves.
Meaning what?
Unlike Miami people don't do that.
Meaning what?
Miami people don't
A
do
New
that.
Yorker would come up and represent themselves, meaning what? Like from the Bronx with a
like
switchblade, maybe?
Come out,
like from the Bronx with a switchblade?
Somebody would see your face and say, okay, we're going to handle this man just as such.
Handle this man what? Because you can't stand the truth? Is that it? Because you're an obnoxious hard ass?
You're envious because the New York Knicks...
There you go again, the New York Knicks. Yeah, that's what we're envious of, because the New York Knicks, you're an idiot. Knicks rhymes with dicks, okay, sir? You jackass, you imbecile. The Knicks. Thank you for proving my point, by the way. Congratulations.
Oh!
And I've only been on TV 8 billion times, okay? Mr. Loudmouth New Yorker. Another one who's a real big macho man over the telephone there. Yeah, we'll show you with the Knicks. Go to another goddamn Dolphin game when the Jets come in and have another fist fight in the stands and prove everybody what a big... In fact, Joe Rose has already got his nephew or his cousin or whoever the hell it is ready to beat the living snot out of you, okay? God. What did we do to deserve them? What in God's name did we do to deserve this influx of swill? We got the French Canadians coming down here. We got the Frog Fest every year, which even with a crappy Canadian dollar, it still didn't keep them all away. We got all the dregs, all the people that got kicked out of New York. Every single one of them wound up here, all the rejects. No, the Knicks. Hey, I got news for you, sir. If that's the best you got to say from New York, then no wonder you're here and not there. It's some stupid goddamn illiterate basketball team that looks like you know something. It looks like an exhibit that got away from the New York Museum of Natural History. The Knicks, not to mention Patrick Ewing. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. 9 minutes, like I said, thank you so much for making my case. God bless you, sir.
Oh!
See you in Queens.
Oh.
Beware of exploding balls.
Look at all the stupid people. President Clinton slick with the tricks and as sly as a rapist can be. Yeah. Definitely lied to the country, lied to the Congress, the Senate, his wife and his kids. You know that he did all the stupid people. Why do they trust that bomb? Dumb people. The truth is almost gone. President Clinton stays at the helm because fools close their eyes to his crimes. Every time public opinion says we approve of his history of blatant deceit. How can that be? All the stupid people. Why do they trust that bomb? gone.
114 at 560 WQAM. We are kicking some serious New York ass today. All the New York sports fans, by the way, you're all going back, except Joe Costello, who's a Yankee fan, but he's really, he's got a bad haircut. That was the problem. It was the haircut. He used to be a good guy until he got that haircut this morning. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Yeah, but the Knicks, baby, they won a game. Wow, we're really impressed, okay? Does anybody care about that crap if they got a brain?
No.
No. In addition to which, how come we got white people calling up here talking about a black man's sport? Let the dark folks have their thing, okay? Next thing you're going to want to be eating their watermelon. Next thing you're going to want to see a whole bunch of people right here next door at Kentucky Fried, white folks in the drive-thru, okay? You want to see that?
No.
Not a pretty sight. Picking them goddamn chicken bones. Let the dark folks have their own thing, okay? And stop trying to, hop on a bandwagon and be Mr. Big Shot. It's like all the white kids talking nigger crap, Hey, nigger, all that other stuff. You're white, and there's nothing you can do about it, okay? So just accept your plight in life. You're white, damn it. Here's North Miami. Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I agree with you with the New Yorker stuff. If New York's so great, then go back to New York.
Yeah, what's the big deal? Everything was arrogant. Everything was better up there. If it was so great, what the hell are they doing in this crappy place?
Well, I got to disagree with you on the golf stuff.
Well, of course.
You're full of crap on that golf stuff.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Right on target.
Explain to me why every
It's
weekend
a
on
Blue
one
Nose
major
game.
network
It's a
we got
Blue.
golf going.
What?
Every weekend on one.
They also got the WNBA there on CBS. Do you watch that?
Can't even compete with that.
Do you watch it?
The match.
Sir, do you watch the WNBA? See, another guy won't respond, sir. I don't have conversations with people who refuse to respond when I back him into a corner. Have a nice life. Enjoy your goddamn golf. Enjoy watching all those very important people chasing their little balls around. Just because it's on there on network TV doesn't mean there's an enormous audience to watch. And even if there is, like I said before, there are 50 million people out there right now with vanilla ice cream in their puss. Does that make it tasty?
No.
Good?
No.
Exciting?
No.
Sensational?
No.
Scintillating?
No.
But you notice how they refuse to respond. Just like I keep hearing about, the hockey ratings, I couldn't care less, okay? It makes no difference to me. Anybody with a brain, anybody with any understanding of the game, who understands the difference between something exciting and captivating and something boring and dull, they know the difference. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there, in this country especially, with really bad taste. Maybe they're busy at the shooting range, okay, when the games are on. Maybe that's it. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's a mobile implantation. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How's it going? Just
Great.
wanted to say you hit the topic right on the head. I've lived down here a couple of years, and when you were talking last week about the lady at the toll booth talking about how she says hi, bye, nice
Right.
things.
Sylvia. How you doing, Sylvia? See you in a few minutes.
Unbelievable. The New Yorkers down here, I think they go out of their way to make everybody else's life miserable.
Yeah.
I think send them back. Send them back.
We got the frogs, we got the old farts, and we got the New Yorkers, and then we got the old Cubans. If you take those four groups of people and you just put them on a bus and send them to North Dakota, we'll all be a lot happier.
Neil, call somebody a douchebag.
Yeah.
All the Ranger fans, you're all a bunch of douchebags.
All four of them, okay. By the way, how the Rangers doing in the playoffs this year, huh?
Oh!
Same as the Panthers, I guess. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's Cooper City. Hello.
How you doing today?
Okay, sir.
Okay, I agree with you what you said about New York and all that. I happened to myself. I've been living in New York for 20 years before I came here 11 years ago.
God.
I know. Now the thing is like this. What I find a little bit cynical about you is
And what is that, sir?
You always complain and bitch so much about
Not
South
me.
Florida. About South Florida.
No.
About Florida.
Never said one negative word about this town. This is paradise.
You always complain this place is dead.
It is dead.
This place is
It is dead. And you're not finishing the sentence. What I said is this area is paradise except for the people who are here.
Oh, okay. So in other words, you don't mind staying here except for the people.
We got about 75% of the people. We got to ship them out.
And where are you going to put them?
Put them where the moon don't shine.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Bring in some living and breathing people here. That's what I say, sir. Bring in some living and breathing people.
And where are you going to go get them from?
There's a lot. Believe me, I've been all over the world, so there's plenty of living and breathing people. They're freezing their ass off up north. They'd give their left nut to come down here and have a good time, even the women.
Neil, whoever comes here is already 85 years old or sick or something.
Yeah, well, let's have a big swap, okay? We'll put them in a goddamn paramedics thing, and we'll swap them out. When in doubt, swap them out and have a great day. I'm trying to give the guy the answers here. He doesn't, he's talking too much common sense. 56705. That's why they call it God's waiting room, sweetheart. They're all waiting to die. Every single one of them, they're going. Yeah. 5670560 #5. Lots of women today, by the way. We had that one incoherent lesbian, that black dyke that was on there. We got another woman. Oh, here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, hi, Neil. First time I hear you.
First time you heard this show?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Where have you been?
Well, I'm in New York also.
No.
It's sad, though, that people should put all New Yorkers in one boat.
Yeah.
I'm not
No, I
the
didn't
way.
say all of them. I said 90%.
I mean, you know, I love Florida, but I am a New Yorker.
A New Yorker?
Yes, and the
Yeah.
first time I listened to your show and I'm enjoying it, I was laughing, cracking up.
See, there you go.
Neil,
You must be one of those New Yorkers that ain't so bad, maybe.
Yeah, okay, then.
Okay,
sweetie. I'll
sweetheart.
be listening to you some more.
See you on the subway.
Bye.
Say hi to Bernie Getz. 5670560 #560. See, there's nothing wrong with New York. It's Disneyland North now. We can relate to it better. Disney World North, Disneyland, whatever the hell, whichever one it is. Because Rudy Giuliani, you know, everybody off the streets, okay? Even the hot dog vendors. He didn't like the weenies being out there on the streets because they were too suggestive, too phallic for Rudy Giuliani, who's going to get his ass whipped, by the way. I don't think he's even going to win a primary, much less run against Swillery. Oh, here we go. Here's the guy from Brooklyn. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I'm a Brooklynite,
Yeah?
but I'm a Tamarack man now.
Oi.
I'm a Floridian.
Oi!
And oi is right. But the thing is that we had two football teams that deserted us.
That's
They
another
went
part of
to
that's
New
another.
Jersey.
You do understand that's one of the big problems down here, sir. It's too many goyim. You do understand that?
Too many Goyim?
Yes.
Well, I'm part Jewish.
No, okay, that's a part.
I'm a Russian Jew.
Which part? Oh, well, that answers the question.
Well,
Okay.
1/8. But hey, listen, Neil.
Yes.
I love your sense of humor,
God bless you, sir.
even though you're a fag.
Happy Sukkot.
I'm not a fag.
Well, yeah, we believe you.
Okay.
That's
You
what
believe
that's
me.
what Nureyev said too. He was Russian too. 5670560 #560 on the mobile one line. I'm not a fag. You believe me? I'm not a fag.
No.
Yeah, that's what Ricky Martin said too, by the way. Anybody believe?
No.
Here's mobile in North Miami. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hi, how you doing? Golf is better than sex, Neil.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good. Go stick one in there. Stick one in the hole, pal. 5670560 #560 on the mobile one line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Yeah, I'm with you, Neil.
Yeah.
Just so that these people know, golf is driven by $100 million sponsors.
Right.
That's all.
It's a blue nose game.
Right.
They let a couple of Schwarzes in there right all of us. In fact, when they had to put the green coat on there in Augusta in the Masters last year, everybody was like, oh my God, this is embarrassing because they didn't used to let blacks play on the goddamn course. And they all said, oh my God, how can we do this? Put a green jacket on a dark complected guy, don't look right.
You give me $600 million in a budget, and I'll put your pocket billiards and turn it into golf.
There you go. Okay, sounds good to me. When do we start that, huh? Pocket pool for everybody. All right. 5670560 #560 on the mobile one line. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Neil, I'm one of those people that probably don't fit into your demographic. I'm a tall darky. You're talking about us earlier in the NBA.
You're a tall Schwarzer? Yes, sir.
And I enjoy hockey, too. Even
Yeah.
though I am black, I enjoy hockey.
Well,
and I
listen,
enjoy
listen, don't
basketball.
get carried away, okay? Stick to your own stuff and don't start muscling in on the white people stuff.
Yeah, well, I can't help it. I'm a hockey fan.
You took away the baseball, you and the Latinos, you took away the NFL, you took over the NBA, it's your sport now. Leave us a little something, okay?
Hey, hockey is great, man. And enjoy your show, too. Have a good day, Neil.
And have a great life, okay, my dark-complected friend. There you go, there's a good guy. He knows he's got his own schmo ball there, but he recognizes a great sport when he sees it. Like people calling up here, like the one guy a few days ago, well, I was out there in Vegas for 9 days at Mommy's house, but he's going on and on. Great, okay, we're convinced it really must suck out there. We got bad taste. The whole rest of the universe has got bad taste. You're the definitive spokesman, okay, sir? Because you didn't like Vegas. Like the couple of assholes I had. Oh, we tried that fish food. Boy, your taste is really in your tuchus, okay?
Rectum.
Yeah. Oh, I'm convinced now. I'm just wounded, man, the fact that not everybody goes along. What do I care? I don't care. I've told you this a million times before. It's like when George is here, which, I get a breather this week. I mean, George is great, but he's a hard-ass little spick. And you tell him something, if you don't agree, and he thinks that if he keeps saying it enough, I'm going to believe it. Like the Backstreet Boys can't sing. Okay, keep saying that, George. Oh, they're not going to be around. They're a flash in the pan. Here we are a year and a half later. Their album is #1 in 15 countries, and he's great. See, that's one thing about me. I don't need everybody else to tell me, oh, you're so right. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. because it's not your mouth that I'm putting the fish food in. It's my mouth. You got it? You understand?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. What the hell was that?
Uh-huh.
567-0560. You know, I had a nightmare about Bob Lassiter last night. I really did.
Uh-huh.
I had a nightmare that I was on here in Tampa again. It was like back in the old SUN days. And that big fat tub of depression was on the air with us, and he was just, I don't know what the hell he was doing, but it was very depressing. I think you can relate to it, if you know who I'm talking about. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I only got 2 words for you, buddy. Go Knicks.
Yeah, oh, great. There, you know something? That's your vocabulary right there, sir. I'll bet you do have only 2 words for us, because that's all you know. Go Knicks. You know where the Knicks can go? Straight to hell and back. In fact, you know, I've adopted a whole new attitude here today. I've got a rooting interest now. I don't even give a crap, as you know, about the NBA, since way back when the Rochester Royals were playing 100 years ago, with Bobby Wanzer and Les Harrison coaching, and Arnie Rison and those little guys that were about 4 feet tall, when it was a real sport. But I'm going to make an exception this year in these finals, because now all of a sudden I become a big San Antonio Spurs fan. I've never been in San Antonio in my life. I don't know where to find it on a goddamn map. How do you like that? Let's go Spurs! Let's go Spurs! Let's go Spurs! Kick their ass! Yeah, that's what I say. Just so you can shut up your big, fat, drooling mouths, okay, and go back to New York. Go back and terrorize the poor bastards up there whose lives you ruined and who forced you out, who kicked your asses out. Sent you to goddamn Tenafly and Englewood and Teaneck and Newark. No wonder Newark smells like that. It's not the fault of the Jersey people. It's because the losers from New York on the way to Florida, they stopped over there. That's why Newark smells like that. Blame it on a goddamn beer factory? My ass.
Just tell me what your problem is.
What's Gary Hart doing tonight?
Inquiring minds want to know.
That's why inquiring minds read the Miami Herald. Is Maurice Ferre really having sex with an alien from outer space?
It's in the Herald.
Is Paula Hawkins the true mother of the Elephant Man?
It's in the Herald.
Is John Kennedy sleeping with Max Headroom?
It's in the Herald.
Is Tim Baker about to give birth to Jerry Falwell's baby?
It's in the Herald.
Sex, 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 more hot sex.
Oh, it's in the Herald.
Plus Gary Hart's amazing rice diet from Florida. A crossword puzzle that has no answers. Our own Pulitzer Prizes just for us.
And Pope's love letters to Neil Rogers.
And we're so sorry, Uncle Albert, but we haven't heard a bloody thing all day. Mindless, babbling rhetoric.
It's all in the latest issue of
the Miami Herald. Available at supermarket checkout counters everywhere. And where finer manure is spread.
131 at 560 WQAM, 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Hey, Neil, how come you're not more upset about Leo DiCaprio being in a Godfather 4? How come you're not more upset about Governor Bush and his goddamn smuggling wife? You know, I'm worried about the important things in life, okay? Like making sure the New Yorkers all get home safe soon. Not all, just most. There's a few good people in New York. Our good buddies up there at CNBC, Ted David and Ron Insana and Maria Bartiromo and Sue Herrera and Bill Griffith and Mark, what's his name there, Haynes in the morning. There's some good people there, all my good friends at CNBC. Dave Johnson over there at the track. Anybody else you can think of?
No.
No. Here's a mobile in Tamarack. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great.
Hey, I just want to let you know that some of the things that you talk about are pretty funny, comical. I think you got a great sense of humor.
But?
No, there's no but.
No but.
No buts today. No buts today. Just keep up doing a good job and ripping everybody. We don't have to agree with you, but we don't have to agree with you, but we sure do. You know, you're entertaining.
Well, God bless you, sir, and have a great day. Whatever you said. 567, your mama. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Isn't that what he said, your mama? Here's Miami. Hello. Like Linda Blair said in Exorcist, your mama sews socks in hell. What is this? Oh, he's a rip snorting call. Must be another New Yorker, huh? Oh. Yeah, another Knicks fan. God almighty. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one. And you wonder why people despise New York, why we have these ugly, sick, disgusting stereotypes, why the nanny is there on network TV to serve as a warning to everybody else? You wonder? I don't wonder. Here's Pompano. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
There's good and bad people everywhere, not only in New York, but New York is a good place to live. Not only the bad people in New York, there's some people that suck right here in Florida.
Yeah.
So,
why, do you live in New York?
I'm from New York.
Yeah, well, how come you left there?
How come I left there?
What is
because
it?
my mother moved here, and I want to be with my mother.
Why is that?
Why did she move here?
No, why did you want to be with your mother?
Because I'm my mama's boy.
Oh, okay, well, at least you're honest about that. That's good. We need a few mama's boys, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, like I said to the other guy, your mama. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. There's an honest guy. There's the first honest guy we've talked to in days. How come you moved here? Because your mother came. Because he's a mama's boy. All right. Thank God for people like this guy. How come he left New York, okay? He was one of the few decent people. No, seriously, the good people, most of them stayed there. The ones that couldn't make it there, the ones that were the misfits, the ones that they kicked out of town, they wound up here. I don't want to exaggerate, but I'd say that 90% of the New Yorkers we got here are rude and obnoxious and stereotypical and disgusting and unacceptable, and their behavior is aberrant and totally beyond belief. Your mama. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. We got 600 open lines, 26 minutes to go. Why does this happen toward the ass end of the show, huh? I think we ought to blame it on those 55 kids that are getting Hank show ready in the other room. Hank's over at Shula's, and we got 116 different punks running around in the other studios over there, making sure that all the record books are open, all the statistics book, all the other stuff. I think Hank had a point yesterday. I think you guys are laying down on a job. I think you guys ought to start screening those calls a hell of a lot better, calling those people back 2, 3, 4 times to make sure you got the right number. And let's have a Rip Snorton show today on the Hank Goldberg show, okay? Because you got to understand, we've all got to do well here. We have a vested interest in doing well. This isn't one of those ego places. All of our bonuses are based not just on our own performance, but also are tied into everybody else's performance on this make-believe station, too. We got a vested interest to make sure that the other people do well and not just come in and try to fake their way through a day and blame everybody else for doing a crappy show. We got to make sure that doesn't happen again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh!
Yeah. Oh, here's a lady from New York. Hello.
Hello?
Yes?
I think your asshole should go to New York.
Yeah, okay. And this is the same bitch that was on there before with her foul mouth. Same potty mouth bitch. They kicked your ass out of Harlem. How do you like that? That's something when they kick your ass out of Harlem. Yeah, that was the same dyke. Fine. Try the Village, honey. Okay, maybe they'll let you in there. 56705, but I doubt it. 0560 and pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
She's probably got a Patrick Ewing blow-up doll. Yes, sir.
I just called to find out what you think about that schmuck who endorsed Jeb Bush from the Jewish Journal.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he looking real good now, huh?
You remember what he says? He says he's a mensch.
Oh, yeah. And this guy probably would have said the same thing about Adolf Hitler, too.
If he got the same payoff, I guess.
That's right.
That's it, kid. I'm out of material.
Okay, good luck to us. Good luck to us, sir, and Sei Gesund and Happy Pesach. Whatever that means. I don't know what it is, except that it's got a CH in Zach, you know? Like Katzachois, Pesach. I mean, Pesach ain't this time of the year. It's back in April, but it's never too late to say Pesach, because it's got a ch in it. So you're either German, you're a Dutch, or you're like a Heb, one or the other, or maybe some more than one of the above. And the Goyim get real upset because they can't say, they can't do it. In fact, we're going to be doing a whole segment of the show tomorrow. We're going to have Goyim calling in going like that. Yeah. It's good practice. Coxachois. And also, like I told you last week, it's all that deep down phlegm out of your, oh, it's great. From way down there in the bowels of your phlegm ducts. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm not a New Yorker, but what do you have against the Canadians? Eh?
You're not a French Canadian.
No, I'm from Montreal, but I'm not French Canadian.
Well, then you know what then you have to ask me? You have to ask me that question?
No, they're not that bad.
The frogs aren't that bad?
Nah. At least they make good goalies.
Yeah, Jacques Plante.
And Patrick Roy.
Patrick Roy, yeah. Felix Potvin for a while, yeah.
They make some good goalies, and not too bad forwards.
Patrick Lalime. Yeah.
And Larocque.
And Marcel Cousineau.
I can't remember that far back.
Well, that far back, like last year. Okay, thank you. There's another expert. Oh! Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of this place before it's too late. Oh, boy. Like I said, the people that were rejected elsewhere, I mean, I should know that. I was rejected in Michigan, upstate New York, all over the country. Then I said, I'll go to Florida. I've been here 25 years. I mean, I fit right in. Rejects. At least I admit it. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Can't remember that far back. Yeah, all the way to last year, that Marcel Cousineau. This guy's probably making his French toast in his Cousinart.
Can't beat that gator meat. Hello, suckers. My name is Columba. I got off the plane after shopping in France to piss your money away. I bought designer clothes, expensive baubles and jewels, and knew in advance the duty tax was due. I tried very hard to smuggle, and they wouldn't let me buy. But I did not get in trouble, 'cause I'm the governor's wife. Yes, I'm Jeb's obedient wife who wants to live up my life with special favors. After all, my husband's brother will soon be your dictator. I'm like Flora de la Vida. I buy anything I need and just one thing more. I'll be just risking family values when I get back from the store.
You crooked whore.
Okay, 143 at 560. Love that Columba, baby.
Oh!
See, Boca Brian was just telling me what a good time he had in New York, and I'm trying to explain to him there's nothing wrong with the city other than the mayor's an asshole and a Nazi, but there's nothing wrong with the city. It's just like here. In fact, maybe that's why we have so much in common. The city is great, except for the fact there's a lot of the wrong people there. But they're solving that problem. They sent most of the bad ones here. In fact, most of the Knicks fans they sent here. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
There's one sport that you haven't mentioned that's pretty boring, and I checked it out once because I think you like it. Is this harness racing?
Yeah. Not boring at all.
Well,
Harness racing is great.
Why don't they let the horses run? It looks like they're walking.
Because they're not supposed to run, okay? How about you go out there and run, huh? How about we'll attach the selkie up to your
rectum,
beat the crap out of you, okay, with one of those long whips? We'll get one of the wild whippers out there. We'll get Lucien Fontaine to whip the crap out of you. How do you like that, sir?
Oh!
Boring. And this is another guy probably watches golf, guaranteed. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one. Yeah, nothing like that thoroughbred racing for excitement. They run 6 furlongs, 3/4 of a mile. They look like they're ready to pass out. They're exhausted. Then you sit there and wait another half hour until another bunch of stiffs are going to come out there and run for 1 minute and 10 seconds. Great. That's excitement, baby. No warm-ups, no nothing going on. They come out there like a bunch of China dolls. Like if they go too fast in the warm-up, they're going to collapse. Give me a break. That's exciting. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Pretty good, sir.
I live in Boca Raton, and I have Philadelphia cable, and I get my bill the other day, and the basic cable was raised about $8. So I called and I asked, hi, for what reason are you raising it? He said, for the upgrades. You know what the upgrades were?
What?
The Game Show Network, Cartoon TV, and TV Land to raise my cable 20%. I got to go with that dish like you had. This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, screw the cable people, man.
Are they kidding me?
Okay, good luck to you. Yeah, he's right. I'm trying to tell you that, but if you don't have the small dish, then nothing I can do for you. By the way, Gene Rayburn, speaking of a match game, which I do like the Game Show channel, but it sure ain't worth $8 a month. But nevertheless, is Gene Rayburn still alive? Does anybody know? Dead or alive, Gene Rayburn. Inquiring minds want to know. I love Gene Rayburn. He was great. That was when the match game was dynamite, okay? Till Richard Dawson got a big head. Yeah, and look at what happened to him, okay? Boy, you talk about what goes around comes around. Richard Dawson. He turned into he aged 40 years overnight and gained about 600 pounds, and he couldn't even speak anymore. Yeah, nice going, Dick. Goes to show you maybe there is a God, okay? He just works kind of like on slow-mo, delayed reaction a little bit. Maybe he's busy betting on golf tournaments. Yeah, that's just like that guy said the other day. Who was it? Preston Hen, whoever it was there in that golf tournament? Elvis Presley? Yeah, that's right. God, thank the Lord. Yeah, okay. God, even golf is so exciting that even God's into it now. Did we get a call on Gene Rayburn yet, dead or alive? 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I really agree with you on those New Yorkers. They're a bunch of assholes, huh? I'm sparking a big fat blunt up for the Spurs, too.
Okay. 567-0560. Call up after 2, okay, sir? That's the gambling hour. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's Davey. What is it?
Dead or whatever.
He is dead?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Oh, no. Gene Rayburn is dead? No wonder I'm depressed, and I didn't even know it. Gene Rayburn is effing dead. Oh, and I don't believe that. I don't think he's dead. Gene Rayburn is dead? When did he die? What was I doing? Sleeping when this happened or what? When I least expected it, Gene Rayburn is doing that big quiz show up in the sky. Gene Rayburn was great. Now, what's her name? Brett Summers. She could be dead and it wouldn't bust my ass any, huh? Is she dead too? What's the story?
Now this Gene guy supposedly owns a car dealership, and he is alive.
He's not dead. Gene Rayburn is not dead. Whoever called it, just an alarmist, okay? Just want to get me all bent out of shape. Gene Rayburn, he's still alive. Oh! Just like Don Corleone. He took 5 bullets, and he's still alive. Don't you love the way he said that in the movie? What the hell was his name? What was his name? The one that he shot in the head at dinner there was the cop. Boy, my mind is slipping now. They better come out with Godfather 4 real quick. My mind is slipping like the old man. He was slipping. McCloskey was the cop. McCloskey and, what was the drug guy? The skinny, We hit him 5 times and he's still alive, and that's bad news for us and bad news for you if you don't make that deal with Sonny. What the hell was his name? Solozzo. Oh, thank you so much. See, and I'm not thanking anybody but myself. My brain finally kicked in. Solozzo. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, about you talking about the Knicks before?
I beg your pardon?
The Knicks. They're
Who?
gonna win.
Who?
Knicks. The New York Knicks.
Yeah, Nick this, okay? Suck the Knicks. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one. You're another putz, okay? You're another one of those immature, overgrown infants that doesn't want to transcend, that doesn't want to grow up, okay? Like I said before, let me repeat it in case you missed it. Let's go Spurs! Let's go Spurs! Kick some ass! Yeah. Kick some Nick ass. That's what I say. Lick the Knicks. That's right. Stick 'em right back in MSG, baby. Tell 'em to stick 'em where the moon don't shine. And tell that Marv Albert while you're at it, by the way.
No.
Yeah. No. Not yes, but no. Just say no to the Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks are going to win. You know, sir, you're another example. Little putz like you. You're another reason why the sports segments on this radio station are going in the toilet and why some of our people are losing their minds is because immature, overgrown children like you are the ones that are preoccupied with silly, stupid games instead of important stuff like is Gene Rayburn still alive? You wouldn't know Gene Rayburn if he knocked on your door right now and gave you $50,000 in cash in small bills, would you? Putz. Probably go out and do something stupid like bet on a goddamn ball game and hopefully lose your ass. Oh! Let's go Spurs! Oh! Hey, it just has got a ring to it, doesn't it? Let's go Spurs! Oh! Come on, San Antone! Oh! Yeah. Give them the bone in San Antone.